Alrighty, what up guys? Tico Ranger here. Coming back at you with some more new Super Mario Bro Wii. We're going to go for a while, see how we can do. Fair, we'll see. So, Redbeard's streaming tonight, if you guys don't know. So, he's reacting to the Treehouse Live today over on his channel. So, don't forget to stop in, like and subscribe to Redbeard and Sir Adam as well. If you guys get a chance. Let me know how game audio and stuff sounds also as we're rolling here. So, it looks like our microphone's on. And looks like game audio's in. So, without anything too crazy, let's go on in. Let's head on in, boys. There we go. I was like pausing. Alright, World 8 already.
Here we go!
Here we go! Oh, look at it. Another toad to rescue. Wonderful. This isn't Mario Wonder, but this is wonderful. Already off to a great start. And we are ready. It's over for the toaster. Well, I guess this one's... Not quite the jump we needed, but we made it. Mario a time. Anybody else catch the Nintendo Treehouse today? That was pretty awesome. I enjoyed it. I was working, but I was also able to watch for most of it while at work, so that was cool. So Mario Kart looks pretty epic, I will say. The fact that you can race between the tracks is so that's, I thought, a neat thing. Like, you obviously are still selecting the next stage, but you are racing. Once you start, you're going to continue through the world to your next race, which I think it's a great idea. It just gives you more to do. Yeah, it makes it fun. So I'm looking forward to it. Not looking forward to the prices they were announcing. Those are just really painful. I think to get even the basics of what I really like to do. The average Switch, consumer is going to be paying upwards of at least $650 to $700. If you get two games, they're really going to be $8 or $8 a game. I'm hearing reports of $90, $89 for the physical. So if you're not worried about physical copies, you're a digital person, I prefer physical, honestly, just because I always have. The new not screen share, but virtual card share is going to be interesting to see how... This guy, nice. Oh, 3 for that. sharing feature, which looks cool, but I don't know if it's really, you know, gonna pay out the way we think it is. So, but who knows? That might be the saving grace for it. Maybe you get your buddies to buy a different game and you guys share it. Stormy, hello! Welcome! Welcome to the stream. Just talking over some of my thoughts on Treehouse today, Nintendo. They did some gameplay announcement. Ooh, we lost it. Switch 2 and Mario Kart and recording of pricing. Crazy. I need a recap of all the Nintendo stuff. Good, I'm sharing it right now. All I know is the games are expensive. Yes, at least you got the general information. Also, gameplay is super loud and covering your voice up so much. Okay, awesome. I will try to work on gameplay here. Let's see. See if we can up the mic. Let me work on that for a second. My microphone is up. We will turn the gameplay. We'll go down to 70. Let me know how that sounds, Stormy. Does that sound better? I turned it down some. I don't know if it is registering as loud. So let me know if that sounds any clearer. Sometimes my voice doesn't carry as well, so that'd be good to know. I hate to be talking and you not being able to actually hear what I'm saying. So yeah, I was just talking about the Direct today. Well, not the Direct, but the Direct from yesterday, but the Nintendo Treehouse Live event. I watched most of it. So I got the deets on quite a few things. The biggest one being prices, you know, going over that and stuff. So it sounds like physical games are going to be $10 more than your online purchase games. So the digital games are going to be $10 cheaper. So you're still looking at $80 for a digital game. So Mario Kart, for instance, will be $80 digital. In Mario Kart physical, they're saying $90 if the reports are true. So they're scalping us as far as that goes. So, which is just insane. But yeah, not looking forward to the pricing, but we shall see. All right, get my chat up here better. Hello, I can't hear your recap, unfortunately. I think the gameplay could come down a good bit more, like 50% more. Woof, why? Yeah, okay, I'll take it down more. We'll take it down more. Let's try right there. Are we still crazy loud? Let me know. Let me know. I got the mic a little bit closer. So, yeah, anyway, so it's going to be crazy expensive. It sounds like, though, which is interesting, so Mario Kart is always their cash cow for Nintendo. That drove sales for the original Switch, as far as that went, when they came out with the Switch bundle for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. That sold like hotcakes for Nintendo back in the day, Cafe. So, we'll see. I think they're betting a lot. It looks like, considering the game outside of that bundle is so expensive, I think the overall best way to purchase it is in the bundle system. But I have a feeling what's going to happen, just like the original release where they had the black Joy-Cons and the colored Joy-Cons, the colored system went out of stock, neon system went out of stock pretty much instantly, and I have a feeling the bundled system is going to go out of stock instantly. So everybody will probably be able to find the original, but the bundled Mario Kart, they will run out of stock probably in the pre-order process, if I had to guess. So good luck getting one, unless the prices hold back the average buyer, which that could be the case, and if that is the case, then... Nope, there we did it. There won't be as many people. So, Brittany, welcome. Woof, why? That's crazy. Perfect. Awesome. It's funny that the carts are so big when I adore the adventure games. Yeah, it is interesting. I think because there's more playability, especially for kids. And Mario Kart's pretty good for a game on the go because you can play a race, pause, and then come back to it. But then also online is huge. Mario Kart definitely has a big following. For me, Mario Kart's not as good since the Wii. So I mean, Mario Kart 7 was good, but everything since then really has not drawn me in as much. I just don't have the replayability. Also, I don't have the family members that desire to play Mario Kart as much as we used to. We used to play a ton of Mario Kart back in the day. So now it's, I mean, we play some, but the family members I have to be in the mood to play Mario Kart. And most aren't, so, which makes it tricky. Oh, we almost lost him. Well, we got our suit back, so that's good. But no, I would agree. I'm usually, as of today, not of today, but in general, I'm more of an adventure game. I'm more in line with you, Stormy, on that for sure. I totally agree. So I like a little more oomph in my gameplay. Yeah, it sounds way more fun with other people like the Mario parties. Yeah, but even for me, so Mario Party is another one. I enjoy it, but I don't love it. I have family members that will go crazy over Mario Party. So I think Brittany, from what I understand, loves Mario Party. So I'm kind of picky on my Mario Parties, which one I enjoy and not. Original Mario Party for the 64 was awesome. I think it was Mario Party 8 or 7 on the GameCube I really enjoyed. I think I really enjoyed Mario Party 2 and Mario Party 9 for the Wii. But I think it's one of those where it's hard to get skilled at Mario Party because I think it is kind of by chance. So it's more of a casual game. So, but yeah, people to play games with, especially Mario Party, Mario Kart, that's where those games really shine. Unless you love the challenge of the replayability. My issues with Mario Kart as of late, the AI or the computers are way too unbalanced. So there's no balance in the gameplay for me when I've played it. So it's just not enjoyable. Like you'll be racing and then all of a sudden you're leading and you get displaced and you're 3-lap lead, or almost 3-lap lead at the final turn and a half is all of a sudden 3 red shells and a blue shell, and you're in 8th place and you lost. So you go from winning 3 in a row to not even being able to hold your own in the last 20 feet. So it's just broken to me. I don't think that's how the game should be played. You know, it should be obviously challenging, but not to the state of you wanting to curl up in a corner in a fetal position and cry. And just eat pudding. You know what I'm saying? Mario Party. Brittany says, yeah, Brittany, we know you love that Mario Party. I think Mario Party 7 has a special place for me because I had the best weekend with my cousin playing it. We made memories with it. Awesome. That's on GameCube, right, Stormy? Isn't 7 on GameCube? I always thought it was. Alright, let's see if we can do this without dying. I always seem to... Oh, we did it. Yes, and we got the 1-up. I always seem to mess that up, so we will take that win. Yeah, it's always been frustrating to me. Yeah. Are you talking Mario Party or just not having someone to play with in general? Are you talking Mario Kart? Because Mario Kart for me is when you're doing really well, you're racing with skill, and then skill goes out the window, and the game goes, yeah, we don't care. We're gonna take you down 5 notches, and you're not gonna win. So that's what really bugged me about the game. I go, what's the purpose in playing and getting good at a game if you don't get rewarded for your skills? So, and I think the Wii was the Wii U was really unbalanced. I think they did a better job on the Wii or the Switch when they remastered it, but it still has its flaws. So, and Wii was tough too, but I think for Wii I had enough winning consistency where there was just that time where you go, okay, I can handle a bad race or two, just because I think the tracks and the overall, like, I fell in love with the motion controls for Wii. So Mario Kart on that just felt right, and yeah, it was one of those where I felt like Wii was so well designed in its overall gameplay for me that I never had any issues to the extent of other people. I mean, I had some, but like I never beat 150, or did I? I can't remember if I ever got all the stars on 150, 3 stars, because it was so challenging. But it was so rewarding. Plus, I feel like the Wii did a way better job. Like Smash Brothers Wii, you had to unlock characters. Wii on Mario Kart Wii, you had to unlock characters. Like, there was a reason to play and be good at it, and I think some people got mad because they never could beat it. And to me, it gave the game purpose to play it. When you open up a game and it's like Smash, for instance, or Mario Kart, everything's unlocked, and you're getting car parts at random amounts of coins, and you're not already excited to grab coins, it just doesn't do it. Give the player an option like easy mode or adventure mode, you know, where you actually have to unlock it. Like, make it so that the player has the choice to experience the game to the fullest, or, you know, just get the keys to the kingdom. So I can't remember if it was Wii or GameCube. I think we played on Wii. Okay, nice. So it could be 6. All right. I meant Kart. It's frustrating, and I don't get how to strategize. Yeah, I understand that. There's really not a ton of strategy other than watching, like, so Mario Kart Wii, I used to race the actual developers. They did the Ghost Race or Ghost Data, and I would actually follow them and practice on the track where they went, where their turns were, where they used their speed boosts, and I would actually follow them and try to beat their ghost times, and they were very difficult, but that gave me the kind of the understanding, because they designed and built the track, so they knew where the best carts to use for it, what character to pick, you know, what one gave you the best advantage for the track. Because Mario Kart Wii really took advantage of the size of the characters and their ability to either hinder you or make you excel at the course. So that's one thing I realized right away with Mario Kart Wii is, in order to be really good at a level, you almost had to figure out what worked for you. And for me, it was the medium characters like Mario, Peach, Luigi, the Mii. I always raced as the Mii. But those characters were the ones that I raced with. And then I would race as those. And then I would use the Dolphin Dasher and the bike, basically. And I always did automatic, not manual. And that made it way better for me as far as being able to race. I felt like manual was almost nearly impossible with at least with motion controls. It wasn't happening for me. Wii controller did seem fun for kart, but I didn't like it enough to purchase the wheel in the game. See, I got the game and I had the wheels, and when I raced online, I had a gold wheel, because that basically meant you 3-starred the game and you always used the wheel. You never used anything but the Wii wheel. So for me, I had the props online, and I would actually win quite often online. Especially my favorite was Mario Kart Wii, the Rainbow Road. I was so good at Rainbow Road. You just got good at when and when not to brake. You know, use the brake, and yeah, I just enjoyed it. But yeah, to me, the commercial for Mario Kart Wii will always have a spot in my heart, where it's the guy in the Stetson saying, "It's Mario Kart Wii, get behind the wheel with Mario Kart Wii." So, and then Nintendo guys would show up in the smart car and said, "We would like to play," and they'd stick the Wii in the back end. I mean, that was the greatest experience for me. Maybe bring the gameplay down a bit more. Sorry, LOL. No, you're good. That's why we need you, Stormy. You need to help me tweak it out. So if gameplay needs some adjustments, we will continue to adjust. So no issues there. Appreciate the advice. Every game's a little different. Sometimes the music rings louder through, And sometimes not being close enough to the microphone can do that too. So it just depends. And my mixer might be off slightly. Let me see here. Line 1, game 1, intro game. Output. Let me turn that up a little bit. Does this change anything? Let me know if that's louder or not. I turned that up a little bit. That's the output. I might have had that too low. So I moved my system a while back, and I hadn't had the chance to really confirm whether or not it really goofed with the sound or not. So, but yeah, we will keep on moving here. Trying to remember where the last coin is, and I'm not finding it. This is not good here. Oh, snap. Oh, I didn't realize that spike was that long. Snap. I think that made your mic loud, which is good. Okay, good. Louder. Nice. Well, that's what we want. We want it louder. We don't want it, like, blaring through the roof. But here, I turned it up a little bit more. And we will see. We can kind of tweak it. And if it does get louder, we can adjust the game audio back to where it was. So. Oh! There we go. But yeah, the gameplay and stuff looked really good. They went through, the first one they showed off was Mario Kart on the treehouse, and then they went on to show off the DK, 3D DK game, Donkey Kong. And to me, that was my thing that I'm most excited for, most anticipating to play and see. Honestly, if Donkey Kong would not have been in the Direct, I don't think I would have been sold to buy a Switch. To me, the Donkey Kong is what sells it for me. Because that's a totally new experience, new game, new everything. Pretty much everything I'm looking for. It has the Mario Odyssey feel, but it's Donkey Kong and it's remastered. I mean, it's its own virtual... Basically, you're just smashing through the world as DK. So the DK game is a completely new game. It's never been done before. I mean, they had Donkey Kong 64, which some people played. I never played it. People kind of got a little bit overdone with it. Said it was the collecting and everything, and it was just too much. But yeah, this is a totally new DK game. And so, yeah, looking forward to experiencing and playing that when it arrives. And it's coming in July, I believe. So it'll be out shortly, basically a month after the release, it will be out. So yeah, it looks great. I'm very excited for the new DK game. I think that's the one that I'm most excited to get. They announced in the third-party game they're bringing a new James Bond game, and I love 007 on the Wii, so I have high hopes for that. So we'll see how that turns out, if it actually lives up to hype. They also have... What else were some of the announcements? Obviously the new Metroid game. The definitive version of it, or the most exciting gameplay that I saw, was on the Switch 2. So that will be, if I get Metroid, the new Metroid, that'll be where I pick it up. It will be Switch 2. So, which I'm excited for Metroid Prime 4. So yeah, Switch 2 has a lot of possibilities. The Kirby Air Ride game looks good. That's a new Kirby game coming. Yeah, GoldenEye on 64 is awesome. I was amazing at the Wii remaster. Pretty much nearly unstoppable. I mean, I was stoppable, but I got really good at it. I used the Pro Controller on the Wii, and we would play Wii Weekends is what we called it. And I just would have to basically handicap myself because I would make it... I was too good, and I had to make myself have a challenge for everybody else, which was fun. It was always fun to have a game that you knew you were more than likely going to win. So if you lost, it was actually fun for you. So, but I always enjoyed that. Wii was one of my all-time favorites, but 64 was a lot of fun. I was never great at it, but I always enjoyed it. The DK function in that game where you got to make yourself have a massive head was awesome too. So there will always be a place in my heart for 00764. Plus, we played them with cousins, and they were awesome. So, but I don't know any information really about the new GoldenEye game on the Wii or the Switch, other than it is, I think, coming to multiple platforms, but it was announced for Switch 2, which is really cool. There we go. Whoa! These guys are brutal. Is there a life or a one-up on one of these? No. Gotta watch out. I'm just gonna completely die. Oh, just coins. Come on. They're trying to trick us. I haven't played this in a while. So, but yeah. So, any updates, Stormy, on the job options? The application or whatnot? Did you hear anything back from it, or are you still waiting to hear? Been praying for you about that, so I know that's something you've been working towards. So I hear you may or may not be taking a trip here soon also too. I believe maybe even this weekend, if I heard right. So I know you're doing one of the many trips coming up this season or this year. So I think Guess was pretty stoked about this latest trip. Oh. Oh! Well. Okay, so we can't jump on him in the water. I forgot about that. I thought we could. Good to know. We're going to have to restart. That's what that looks like. But we have plenty of mushrooms, so we shall head back in. Oh, yes. I had my second interview today. Oh, it was today. Well, awesome. My friend says they were all genuinely impressed with me and my answer and presentation. That's cool. So you've got a connection then with the interview. That's cool. Well, Lord willing, you'll hear back favorably. So that's exciting. Thanks for sharing that update. Haha, yes, I have a trip starting this weekend and then one in May. Yes, that's what I was hearing. So you're going to have to get packing and ready to go. Oh, I thought he snuck under him, but he didn't. Good. Oh! Not good. That's no good! Didn't want to get hit there. Oh, yeah, the other thing they announced on the Nintendo Treehouse, Stormy, I don't know if you saw any of that info, but they are upscaling Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. So those are going to get it's kind of like a re-release on the Switch too, but they're also apparently going to allow you to upscale if you previously owned the game on your Switch, either for a fee. I've heard conflicting news, either for a fee, or if you own Nintendo Switch Online Expansion Pass, you will be able to just download the upgraded visuals for Switch 2. So it's going to make the frame rate for Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom run way better, and then also be able to use that 4K TV technology. It's just going to run better overall. Like the slowdown you would see, especially around like different areas of the kingdom when you first come out of the Tomb of Resurrection or whatever that is, where he was originally, and then also the what is it? Not the Lost Woods, but where the Deku Tree is, the Great Deku Tree. There was always major frame rate loss there in slowdown as far as what they were doing. So, oh, there we go. That's what we needed. for the job. It's down between me and one more person, so I'll have a final 15-minute interview after my first trip. Really? Wow, that's exciting. If all goes well, I'll have a job offer Easter weekend. Really? Well, that's cool. So it's coming up here in about, what, 2 weeks? 2.5 weeks? Oh, man, yeah, I should start packing while I'm watching. There you go. Now, why would I pay for games I already own? Exactly. That's my thoughts. I don't want to have to pay for it either. So I would definitely be in the same boat as far as that kind of thing. So looks like Redbeard is trying to connect here. Let's see. Let's pick up the call. Hey, can you hear me? I don't know if I missed him or not here. We'll join the call here. We'll end that one. We'll call him back, see if we can pick him up here. Add him on in. It's going. How are you doing? How's it going? Yep, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Give me a second here. I'm live also. So. Oh, just give me a second here. I will figure out if I can do this.
I just want to know if I'm able to be doing two things at once on my phone.
It says you're live. We'll see. We're going to save here, guys. You're live. You're live. No, you're playing, but I'm not hearing the chat. So are you chatting live? Looks like we lost Redbeard. He was in and then we lost him. So I don't know if he's wanting to chat or not. Were you calling or was Redbeard calling?
Is there sound now? There should be sound now. I don't know.
It's hard to say because I've got you coming through.
I did turn down the TV. Oh no.
Alright, I can definitely hear the gameplay coming through. That's the question.
Okay.
So.
Well, if you hear the gameplay, oh wait.
Do I have you too loud though on stream? Stormy, how does it sell? Tell him Stormy said hi. Stormy says hi, Sir Adam. She's sitting in the chat right now. Stormy, how does the Discord sound coming through? Does he sound way louder than me? Let me know. I can turn him down. So, thanks for stopping in the views tonight, guys. Appreciate it. If you haven't yet, you can hit that like button and also subscribe if you like the content. Sir Adam is live also, so feel free to stop into his channel and don't forget to like and subscribe to him. So, and Redbeard, don't forget Redbeard. I believe he's live reacting right now, so. But. You gonna roll with it? Oh boy. Okay.
I might have been muted this whole time on my stream previously.
That's interesting. Are you still getting chatting in there? It says, I got some sound on my end. Y'all muted? That's what one guy said. Fat Boy asked that on your stream, so.
Well, I don't know if he's still watching or not.
Okay.
It says there's one person watching.
One person watching. I need to mute you on Discord.
Durian. Yeah, let me know if I'm still streaming sound.
Yeah, it's hard to say. It really is here. All right, guys, hang on. I'm trying to help out Sir Adam. He is working on his setup here. So,
I appreciate you.
all right. The question is here, how do I mute you on Discord? I have not done that yet. There we go, mute. Let's see if that works. All right, we're going to turn him up and see if his YouTube is popping or not. Man, I'm not hearing any audio on his end. That's not a good sign. We got live broadcast, but we have no sound coming through. All right, we're going to have to unmute. Nothing. I'm not even hearing sound, so that's interesting on my end. I've got your YouTube up. Let me reset the YouTube here and see if it's just that. But because I originally had it and now I have nothing. It's weird.
Alright, people watching, do you hear me?
I'm not even getting game audio on your end, Sir Adam, so that's the real thing. Does my game audio, did that fix that or not? That's the question.
Well, I guess I'll have to leave the call then.
His voice is way low, way now, fine. All right, Sir Adam, hopefully you can figure that out. I'll keep listening on my end and I'll let you know. So, no sound is what Stormy said. She's in there right now, so
I think it's the Discord call, so sorry.
no, you're good. You're good. All right, we'll talk to you later, Sir Adam. Alrighty. Well, that was exciting. Yeah, Sir Adam streams.
Put this back. There we go. Okay, do you hear me now?
Yep, he's back.
All the stupid technical difficulties going on for 3 or 4 days in a row. But if I am correct and my brain cells are working, you should be hearing me now. Or not.
All right, we got him back.
Myself. I'm not sure.
All right, and he is back in live, so there we go. And that's what we like to see. Alrighty, guys. Hopefully mine didn't get all messed up with all that, so we'll find out here soon enough. We are back in, so... Alright, we got him back. Alright, and he's back in live, so there we go. Alright. Alright, thanks, guys. Appreciate that. Sorry on the pause on the stream there, but... we will get back to it, playing some Mario Kart Wii. So yeah, so anyways, we were talking about the Treehouse Live reactions, and DK was pretty epic. So, now, no, yours is still good, LOL. Is it? Well, I just died. Hey, thanks, Stormy. Appreciate that. Helping Sir Adam out. I think he's back in. So yeah, because he streams through phone, it doesn't like multi-channel stuff going on. So... my setup is pretty awesome. I mean, I'm streaming on one monitor. I'm watching YouTube analytics on another and reading chat. I have my Streamlabs up and running, which is also there to read chat. And then I have Discord open so I can receive and take calls if necessary. And then I'm also watching Redbeard on my smartphone device. So multiple channels, multiple ways to run. Praise God, everything is working. Give God all the praise for that. I've had so many headaches with my setup, trying to set it up and get it actually to working ability. So Sir Adam got a new phone, and that's how he's been streaming and been having issues. So been trying to assist him in his endeavors in streaming. So get him up and running. But yeah, it was one of those where I built a PC to take on multiple things at once. Most people have 2 PCs for this type of streaming, where you have an Elgato in a PC setup, and you typically have one computer runs your stream, the other one runs your game, and that's for especially people that play PC games. They have a dedicated PC for gaming and one for streaming, and I use my PC for both. So it's one of those where when it works well, and then when it is buggy, it's a nightmare. But yeah. Oh, snap. Hey, we got the coin though. Sweet. He's a hacker. Cool. Wow. That's funny. So, but yeah, nope. But back to Treehouse Live. They had a lot of great announcements. The DK was the coolest one for me. Gameplay looks amazing, smashing through the world. You're actually apparently underground. It reminds me of Journey to the Center of the Earth a lot of ways, because you're at one point they showed you looking up and it was the ocean above you that you had dropped through. And so you were beneath like the surface of the ocean. And that was a really cool concept, I thought, as far as... There it was. That was so easy. That was so hard when I was a kid, but so easy now that I knew what to do. But the gameplay for that looks amazing. Donkey Kong, I wasn't sure about his Mario movie upgraded looks, but they gave him a lot of funny, quirky visuals. Livy wasn't a big fan of it. She thought it looked kind of cheesy, his smiles and smirks, but I thought it was endearing. So, but yeah. So, Metroid looked really good. What I saw gameplay for that was decent. Mario Kart looked amazing. DK looked incredible. They do have a new Hyrule game, Hyrule Warriors, which is based off of Tears of the Kingdom and the war that happened there. And that looks interesting. I played the previous one that was on the Switch, and I enjoyed it. But it was one of those where... Yeah, we'll upgrade here. We're going to try to save this toad, guys. It was one of those where... where was I going with that? Oh, I had played it, beat it, and I did enjoy it. The original one they made, so the original Warriors game that they made and sold for Wii U was an actual Warrior-esque, and then the later ones, they made them actually in the line of giving them actual gameplay and footage from the Tears of the Kingdom Breath of the Wild. So the first one they made on Switch was coinciding with Breath of the Wild, and this next one is going to be based off of Tears of the Kingdom. So leading up to the events of Tears of the Kingdom is what they said. So, which is cool, because that's the kind of gameplay that makes those kind of like hordes of warriors or whatever your enemies you're fighting worth fighting. Makes it the gameplay more fun when you have an actual like storyline versus just scabs and scads of enemies coming at you. That sounds really fun. You should meet Yoshi as the Godzilla rival. That would be hilarious if they turned it into like a Godzilla style Journey to the Center of the Earth. That would be hilarious, Stormy. Sir Adam would lose it. I hope they don't have Seth Rogen voice him still. Nice. I think that's just for the movie. I don't think Nintendo wants to pay a voice actor to voice a game character. From what I heard, it's just grunting and, you know, hoo-hoo! You know, his usual quirky Donkey Kong self. So, yeah, I don't think Seth Rogen is voicing this. Oh, no. No, come back. He's jumping away. No, that is the worst possible thing that could have happened to Toad there, guys. That is unfortunate. But yeah, I don't think they would ever pay a character. They've never, as far as I know, Nintendo has never had a voice actor ever actually voice a character other than the Mario character original Mario actor and then the new one, but they don't actually say a lot of words, you know. Like, they have phrases, but they're not actually saying much. So DK's never actually talked until the Mario movie that I know of. So good, they shouldn't start. Yeah, they should not. I would not like it. The whole purpose of not having it keeps it to the imagination of, you know, it's like Link. They've never given Link a voice. The only time, I guess I could take that back. Breath of the Wild's the first time they've done full-blown voice actors. So I guess what am I saying when I say that is, other than the current Breath of the Wild genre games, they've never done voice acting that I remember in a game. At least in the games that I've played, which is basically Mario, Zelda, and the different ones. I mean, even their Wii, you know, Mii games, they never had voice acting. So, I guess they did Tamagotchi, or not Tamagotchi, Tomodachi Life had some, like, grunting and kind of growling, I think, but nothing to the extent of actual voice acting that I remember. But, yeah. If they make Link speak, it's over. Well, here's the thing. There's a live-action Legend of Zelda movie coming, so I don't know how they're going to make that happen and not have him say some things unless he just speaks phrases like Mario. So, I don't know how they're going to pull that off, Stormy, but they have announced 2027 a Link-style live-action Legend of Zelda game is coming. So, unless they give Link the, like they always have Navi and stuff like that, unless they give him that style a character to kind of speak for him, it's going to be very hard not to have him speak. So, I don't know. We will see. We'll see how it goes. I have seen rumors that they think that is actually going to arc a trilogy for the Legend of Zelda movie. So, the live action is going to actually be a 3-part trilogy, which potentially could be amazing, or like you said, if they give Link a voice, awful. But we'll see. Time will tell. And we'll find out how epic or not epic that will be. There we go. If they make, okay, why? I have no idea. He better be he better be mute. That's funny. Sign language only. Stormy, that would be hilarious. You're like, why is Link over there signing before he goes and takes on Ganondorf? Like, who knows? They could do an aerial thing where in the movies Link loses his voice and the last thing he says is like, what is it? Did you ever watch Tim Allen and what was his show he had on Tool Time where it's you know, he had all his voices. That could be Link. You know, he just makes Tim Allen voice, you know, sounds, grunting and so maybe, you know, Link loses his ability to speak and maybe that's what the adventure's about, Link getting his voice. But then it never happens. I could see that. I could get behind that. Alright, and we finally got access to the bog. It's Lincoln time. Yes, Lincoln time. I don't think so, Tim. That's what Navi can say to Link. I don't think so, Link. That'll be the catchphrase. Oh, I don't know how I survived that. I went right through the spike. Okay. We found ourselves a tunnel. Love it. Love it. Yes, spinny hat. That might have been the thing right there. Also, we have 92 lives, guys. We are doing fantastic. I remember back in the day playing this, and it takes special nail to beat it. You know, especially when your teammates are not understanding the assignment. So you can't force them into playing. Nice, got another one up. Just what we needed. Okay, I think this is just a cannon, so we will time it. Blast through, boom, and that's what we needed right there. Perfect. We will take the block with us. We got it. I didn't think we'd get that. Let's go. We're still missing the coin, though. That's interesting. Oh, there's a coin there, but how do we make this happen, I wonder? Oh, right here. All right. And yeah, we didn't time that well. Okay. Well, that's what that looks like, folks. Oh, tricky. Tricky, tricky, tricky. There we go. Oh! There we go. That's the way. This is the way. There we go. What? No way. There it is. Imagine having 93 lives, but you lose one just by touching your enemy. I mean, coworker, real life, I guess. Oh my. Yeah, I have a feeling that's a lawsuit waiting to happen, but it is what it is. They say cats have 9 lives, right? So 93, I mean, you're insanely more lives than a cat, so that would be a win. A win is a win. Trying to think if anything else from the draft off the top of my head that I really was excited for. They had, I'm trying to remember the announcements. They had an upgraded announcement for Mario Party, the same as what they had for Tears of the Kingdom Zelda. They're going to bring extra to it. The Kirby game, I wasn't a huge fan of. They are bringing an extra world, I believe, they announced, to that. So that'll be exciting. What all that entails, I'm not positive. I think it's funny because I sold that game, so I'd have to repurchase it to beat that extra world, but I won't be doing that. Now with the current scheme of the games, what they're pricing stuff at. So, I think my top games I'm excited for is Metroid Prime 4, the new Donkey Kong game, the new 007 game, so that's 3. Mario Kart World looks awesome. I'm looking forward to that game. And then, I mean, you're looking at 4 games there. If those are all $80 to $90 a game, we're going to be broke, folks. So, not good. Have you seen the Puss in Boots movie? I'd be acting like him in the first half. I think I have seen it. That he's from Shrek, right? I think I saw it, or at least I've seen the clip for it. He's one of the greater characters in Shrek, that's for sure. Oh. But I'm not like, I can't quote the movie, Stormy, so I can't, 100%, say that for a fact. But Just one extra world. Yeah, I know. They're just trying to get you to just buy the whole game for extra graphics and one extra world. I think what's funny is Nintendo knew the Switch had poor frame rate, and they still, decided to make these games and bring them out on Switch with the idea of, we really wish these games were coming out on Switch too. Because that's really what it is like the developers of Tears of the Kingdom, for instance. You can't find half the enemies, especially in the depth. The new app that runs along with, they're coming out with for basically a guide, for lack of a better term for it. The guide app or whatever for Tears of the Kingdom will show you where all the Franks or whatever, the different frog-like characters and different enemies are, and you can actually search them out. The same with the Kuroks and different things on the top of the surface, shrines, but it's all on your smartphone device. So stuff that should have been in the actual release on the system is now just bonus extra for this content for there. So if you're like a completionist and you want to know where everything is, or 100%, they have actual percentages of where you're at as far as like how many you've discovered, how many you've fought. So, because I realized that towards the end, the one thing you could get would kind of give you some of that idea of how many you had found. Yeah, it's one of those where I 100% of the game to my best ability without the app. The app would have been very handy, but for me, it's like I burned myself out on Tears of the Kingdom. I'm not ready to go back as far as that goes. Oh. So that's always fun. But, yeah. You're good. Yep. Yep. Are you going back there? Are you done? Oh, it's nice. It's cool in there. Here we go. Someone came out from their workspace. Someone's camera shy, so we will continue on. But yeah, anyway, so I put all my time and effort into completing that game, and it would have been epic to have that app previous to this and the gameplay, but I am torn if it's free to upgrade with Switch Online. Oh, snap. I didn't mean to throw that. But if it is free to upgrade with Switch Online to the upgraded visuals, I will do it for Breath of the Wild because I have a hankering to go back and play that world again. So if that's the case, I may go back and even do some of that on the channel. We may have a mess around playthrough of Breath of the Wild at some point. But we have so much to play and get to, guys. It is unreal. If the Lord allows it, that is. We will be doing lots of gameplay in the future because we have lots of things to try and play. Plus, so yeah, not in this economy, plus tariffs, just one extra world. Yep. If you get a chance, watch this movie, Puss in Boots, The Last Wish. It's good. Okay, we got a recommendation, Puss in Boots. Is that on Disney Plus? Where would you find it? Is that Amazon? Oh, that's fun. That would have helped for the statue side quest. Yeah, exactly. So many side quests, Stormy, it would have helped for. Someone came out of their workspace. It's Baby Ranger, isn't it? Yes, Baby Ranger, yeah. No, Baby Ranger, the littlest Ranger, is sweeping. So, praise the Lord for that. He was quite excitable today, to say the least. But we had a good day overall. Livy's in here. Oh, hi. Oh, hey. So, welcome, Livy, to the chat. Don't forget to like the stream, because that would just help all around. So, appreciate you stopping on by, giving us some of your time. Stormy has been a VIP in the chat tonight with all the chats. She's even assisted Sir Adam in his unfortunate start to his stream, I would say. So, I have felt bad for Sir Adam. He has had a rough week with streaming. It has not worked out his way whatsoever. Oh, thought we were over there. That was close. This is one of those levels that you really can't... Yes, and Redbeard. Well, Redbeard might have paused his stream, actually. It's hard to say. He was reacting to what he had going. I don't know if Redbeard is still live or not. So, did we miss a coin there, guys? We missed one. You never beat it? Interesting. Well, Livy says she never beat this one, guys. I mean, beating it and 100%ing it is different. There's 8 worlds. So you could have made it through the 8 worlds, but like World 5, I'm going back through and trying to beat, and it is difficult, to say the least. So, yeah, it's a little whack. Stormy, we tried a new pudding recipe. Well, it's an off-brand pudding, but it had a lot of hope for it. I had a lot of hope for it, I should say. It is cookies and cream. It had a cookie base, and then the pudding was the cream with, Oreo base on top, and it sounded amazing. Don't get me wrong. It sounded really, really good, but it is nowhere near Choco Pudding. It kind of fell flat for me, so I had that earlier before the stream, and I almost didn't stream because I was so saddened by it, to be honest. That is a good word, distraught. So distraught. But we press on, because even if the pudding is not popping, Tico Ranger and Mario be hopping. So I'm a poet, and I didn't even know it. Alrighty. Stormy says VIP, or Livy says VIP. The House, it was on Netflix before. Not sure if it still is. Oh, I don't have Netflix right now, so I may have to borrow somebody else's code. I mean, Netflix, we would never do that. No, I just may have to purchase a month. That's probably the best way to do it. Livy says, Stormy Smiley. How are you today, my friend? He's sweeping. Get that kid to work early. I know, right? He needs to start cleaning up around here. He's just making messes every day. I'm great. How are you? I'm doing good. Done with work, so that's always a nice feeling. Yeah, work being done for the day is always great. Whoa, that was our sad letdown, because that should have been good. Yeah, it should have been amazing. It sounded amazing. We're talking about the pudding, right? Because I had high hopes. I was thinking it was going to be like a 7-8 minimum. It didn't break a 6.5 for me.
It's not a pudding.
No, but it's
a no bake bar.
It's a no bake bar. I'm getting corrected. It's not a pudding. In my mind, it was pudding, and it definitely is not pudding. Let's be real here, folks. You should add cookie crumble and whipped cream to real pudding. Yes, well, that's considered dirt. I grew up with that, and they called it dirt, and it was amazing. We used to put worms, gummy worms, inside of pudding and did our own version of cookie crumble, and it was incredible. Incredible! And then, my mom said, no pudding for you, Tico, and it was over. And until I rediscovered it here. And, it's now the newest, greatest thing. Guys, we got to work at this. Love dirt pudding, LOL. Is that Midwest thing? It may be a Midwest thing. You get to move on in the interview process. Yes! That's good, Livy. I feel that. I did. It's down to me and one other person. It's going to be a battle royale, Stormy, on the roof. And you're going to have to just throw down hands. You're going to have to lay hands on them and just say, not your job. Woo! Just kidding, but you get the gist. Yeah, we love dirt. I mean, God made dirt, and dirt definitely don't hurt, especially when it's got pudding in it. Oh, we survived. How did we survive? I don't know. Ooh, secret door. Didn't remember that. Or did I? Oh, snap. I just got toasted. Lost my favorite one-up suit. Super Smash Bros. Interview edition. Yeah, that's funny. Corporate Super Smash. Yeah, there it is. There it is. May the best melee character win. AKA Kirby. I mean Stormy. Definitely not Jigglypuff, though. Let's be real, guys. That character should never have been added to any Smash Brothers.
Is she a Pokemon?
Yeah, they're Pokemon. Oh! No, 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 no! What? We got 96 lives, and that ain't be one like, what? Mario's got one less live. No good. Man, that pudding made me thirsty. Or fake pudding, I should say. But no, in other news, I got really sad news to share with you guys tonight. It really broke my heart. I went down to the local Dollar General. And I really shouldn't dox Dollar General. We usually just call it DG for those that don't know. But we went down for good old pudding pickup. Because that's where you get pudding late night in a small town. And I go to get the Choco pudding, and I go to the aisle, and I reach my hand down, and I go, wait a second. There's no pudding here. But you know what was there? All the vanilla pudding you could eat. And I go, not today, vanilla, not today, because the Choco is the way. And, of course, when I told my wife this, she just looked at me and said vanilla was superior, and I go, nah, Choco is the way.
It was
Still good, yeah. So, needless to say, I left empty-handed, but I did find the pudding I referenced earlier that is apparently not pudding. It's a bar, and it's no good, so I don't know what to tell you. Oh, we've got some more in here. Jigglypuff is on there. Yeah, there is on there. Sorry, I missed the call. Sir Adam, you didn't miss the call, and it's funny because Redbeard called first. When I called back, he didn't pick up. So he didn't want my call, which is funny. So we continued on. But then you called, so you're all good, man. Welcome, Sir Adam. Says Stormy Dollar General. Yeah, don't be sharing those in the ways. We'll get doxxed for that one. Welcome, Sor Afam. What brand do you guys get? The brand that I found that I actually like is Jello, but they're all good. Oh yeah, Meyer brand's pretty superior too, I will say. What was the call about? To be honest, I think he was wanting us to react with him to what he's reacting to, but I don't know. Because he never actually said anything previous to the call, so maybe he was wanting to just react with this to it, but I can't be sure. Boo, a bar. Yeah, exactly. Should we call him back? I tried calling him back. I would send another call out, Sir Adam, and I'll zoom him in if he wants to. But yeah, did you cut your stream, Sir Adam, or are you still going? I'm assuming if you're chatting, you pause your stream. Oh, that was no good. I love that you guys have a reoccurring guest spot on Redbeard and Sausage, LOL. You know, I'm surprised he even lets me in. I mean, Sir Adam has laid the groundwork and done the work that is needing done. Where me, I just kind of show up when there's available slots. Stream is finished. Well, I'm sorry I wasn't able to be there for the full part. Are you ironing out what you need ironed out, though, Sir Adam? It sounded, when you got off the call, it sounded much better. Which was weird because at one point when you were on the call with me, you had audio for the game, and then when I went back to test it, the audio was completely cut. So you must have done something on your end. When you got off the call, though, your audio did come back through, which was great. Okay, that was no good, but it's what it is. Had to switch software again. Okay, is this the third software you've tried or the fourth? Mod Livy was working. Yes, it did look better, the current one he did. Her paying job, so I couldn't mod for you, Sir Adam. Previous one used 6 gigs for one. What? No way. No way. Well, I hopefully you have unlimited, but I have a feeling that if you exceed your whatever, typically an unlimited plan has like a cap of like 2 gigs of high speed, and then everything dumbs down at that point. Uh-oh. No! Well, we're clutch to save us there, but not here. Oh, spoke too soon. Look out. They don't call me take out Ranger for nothing, folks. Actually, nobody calls me that, but they may start after that. Alrighty. And if you're wondering why I'm being so crazy tonight, I am trying to keep myself awake because that's what happens when it's not Sunday night sleep streams, but it is Thursday night nap streams where you pause halfway through for a little snip snap. So, but we got to get the content rolling because that's just what you do. There's lots to talk about, lots to do, lots to talk. Plus, we got to beat this game because we got a lot of games to get to. Oh, we got a call happening here. Howdy.
There we go.
Oh, we got Sir Adam in the house. Welcome to the stream, Sir Adam.
Well, that's weird. Your stream, I'm watching your stream, but it's like a lot behind.
Previous one used 6 gigs for that. Okay, Tico Ranger, double Tico, snip snap. That's right. Hello. Redbeard, can you hear us?
We good, Tico?
We're
good.
Yes, I'm streaming on my end. Are you still streaming on your end?
Oh, I'm done now, Tico. I'm done.
Oh, nice. I'm still live. Oh yeah. Yeah, it does. They definitely Treehouse definitely I think added some hype for the games. I would say. Oh yeah. They're 100% agree. There's no way in any way, shape, or form that a physical copy is worth $40 or $30 more. No, it's 90, Sir Adam, from what I'm hearing. The physical game is 90. Is it? See, that would make sense. Well, it's funny. When I was watching the stream live with you guys, I realized later that I was watching the Europe version, which didn't have... It didn't have American voiceover. It was all reading.
Sir Adam, I looked it up. Sir Adam, it says Mario Kart World costs $90 for the physical version in the United States. That's what it says on here.
Oh boy. I've been getting a lot of info from IGN, guys, so that's what I've noticed. These boys, says Livy. Guys, we're making this top. See, mine is a bit behind, but I thought it was me. Yes, go Redbeard, I'm listening. I think it picked up after a bit, your stream did, so... Hashtag snap. See, mine is better. Accept call. Nerd levels intensify. Yeah, they do, guys. We get talking and the nerd levels come out. Again, they make me feel like I've never loved anything. We're just trying to get you excited for the new content, guys.
Did you guys see during the treehouse? Literally the entire chat was lower the prices, lower the prices.
Yes, it was 100% just blasting, lower the price.
It was hilarious.
I literally thought to myself in the first 5 minutes, I need to check the chat, and I was just laughing. Oh. Oh, guys, this is difficult. So acknowledgeable and passionate. Yes, we are, Stormy. Oh, we did it. It's exciting, guys.
That to me is really dumb because then you're not actually owning the cartridge.
I will say the funniest announcement, guys, yesterday, which I really wish I could have reacted to you about, was the Nintendo game to introduce the system that they talked about. I go, that's exactly what they did for PS5, and then they go, it's going to be paid. And I go, nobody's paying for that. I don't know.
It's like a tutorial.
Yeah, it's a tutorial game. I go, there's nobody that's going to pay for that game. I laughed. So, it's just incredible, guys. I've learned so much by proxy, also unwillingly. Poor Livy. My life with Mario's Rangers, my brothers, so true. Oh, I will. I'm very happy they didn't hike that up. That's the only, I think that was the only announcement that was great. That was actually like, wow, this is a big deal. Because everything else they did, like even their camera prices and stuff, I go, this is nuts. Well, did you see Redbeard, the camera that is the Piranha Plant, is going to be like $20 cheaper, and the mouth closes to shut off the camera if you don't want people to see. Yeah, that camera is no, it's a third-party camera. It looks way cooler. You can actually attach it directly to the top of the Switch, so you could even use it in handheld mode. And they said any USB-C camera will work, so it'll be like $30 or $35 versus the $50.
Yeah, you can use any camera you want. So you can even get a better quality one.
Yeah, so I think that's a great... man, I gotta get over there.
Than the current Switch Joy-Con, so that did throw me off because the Pro Controller is crazy, like way too expensive and everything else. But the Joy-Con, I feel better if I want to get a color I like later, that because they'll like release Joy-Con separate, then I'll feel better because it's $10 more, but you have the bigger Joy-Cons, the balance, the chat button, all the new features.
Do I need to turn the chat down, guys? Discord, is it too loud? Let me know. No, you're good. You guys are good. I'm just checking with my stream, so make sure. I'm checking with Stormy and Livy. Also, Redbeard, Livy says hi. So you got a shout out. Oh, you're eating cake again? Incredible. What kind of cake? Nice, the M&M cake. There we go.
Can I buy a slice of cake?
It legit makes me smile every time. He's into history. Economics and everything. It's true. It's true, Stormy.
No, I don't care. I don't care.
So the conversations are always interesting with your brother.
I'm not gonna wait until later that year to get my Switch. Just because I remember when Tears of the Kingdom came out,
It was like 2 or 3 months later, I saw it at a second-hand shop for $40. So I'm hoping to do that, like, I don't know, maybe in the fall or late summer or sometime I'll get mine, and hopefully Mario Kart will be discounted then.
Sir Adam, I can tell you right now, Mario Kart will not be getting discounted ever. And any other game has potential, but Mario Kart is like
Talking used
forever. Well, you might find it used, but I would be very surprised.
Sir Adam, Chico Rager.
Yes.
I think it's because the summer watch, the Switch, I didn't get it until later in like a holiday because I got the Mario one. Obviously, the red Joy-Con.
Yep.
But I think Chico is because this is coming early summer and I work for schools and off. It makes sense. Like I can see why you're like, oh well, I'm off for summer, so I'm just like, but Chico likes it.
Ooh.
90 of it's a little more smaller, but I feel like it shows how much the regular ones are overpriced.
Yeah.
I'm surprised because I thought I was worried I was going to go $100 now. So I get that. I'm glad about that.
Sure.
And then, like, the camera's 50, it looks stupid. And, like, I don't know, like, Chico, what's funny is Donkey Kong, I was like, oh, no, it's actually it's 70 pixels, but my big Chico is I did expect 7-hour games at least because of how Nintendo is and how well they sold at 60. Everybody bought it at 60.
Yeah, I definitely could. My biggest hope is
Nobody expected 80.
Yeah, 80, yeah, 90 for
there we go.
80 for the game card.
I'm still not sure. I don't know if that's like fake news or not. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised, but
I hope it's wrong news, and I hope that it's cheaper than we all thought. I hope all the stuff they've said so far is $10 to $15 too expensive. Oh my goodness, we're alive! Okay.
they do look good.
Ooh. I don't think we can do this, guys.
Oh. I've only seen the one.
Oh, come on.
I've never seen the strikers.
Can we even get this? We can! Oh my goodness. I can't believe that worked, guys. I think we just broke the game. I about broke my Wiimote there.
I can finally try those because I was way so now I can finally try it.
Oh, that was not the way. We did okay. We did okay.
Mystery Man and my older brother were super into Mario Strikers. Whatever the one.
I thought it was Electric Man.
That one was called. Yeah.
It was Strikers, I thought.
Adam, I have a question. So if you look on the I don't know, maybe like that, you can assume they'll do
That was close, guys.
on the Switch too.
Yes.
What's up, little Switch, right?
Oh, oh, oh. Let's go. Oh. There it is.
Yeah. Somebody had pointed that out about the game chat.
Ooh, that was
They
close.
said, if you don't pay, think about it, if you don't pay for Nintendo Switch Online, that button isn't going to do anything. So you'll have a physical button that doesn't do anything if you don't pay for Switch Online.
Yeah, after that free trial, you're right. Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they're doing some sus stuff. All right, I got to catch up on chat here just a second.
We're just talking about you.
No, you guys are good. Keep going.
But Sir Adam, can I tell you, I'm gonna stick with this one.
All right, guys. Okay, we're just going to start at Stormy said, my brother, it's funny that must be why I'm uphanded because I have two brothers. That's my brother into gaming too. What's your brother into gaming? Okay, there we go. That's where it was. He's into history. I read that. Legit makes me smile. LOL. It's not too loud. It's just funny hearing it live. Yeah, it is. You're so right, Stormy. They're always interesting, but they also come whether I'm ready for or not, okay? Exactly. It's like, okay, we are learning. Let's see. We are learning lots of good stuff. Nothing getting... My word, you guys are popping off. You're having a whole chat without me.
You guys are talking, so Stormy and I are talking.
Okay, you're continuing the chat. Well, that's good. Ain't nothing getting discounted with Nintendo finding father games. Mario and Zelda. That's true. That is so true. LOL. Picture Mario and Link with the old powdered wing wigs on. That's funny, Livy. Livy, all of this does feel like being a younger sister listening to a brother get hyped on nerdy stuff and watching him play games. Kind of listen, LOL. When guys have friendships through like this, it's a heartwarming and corny. Yeah, it's true. It is. This is the boys will be boys we need. 100%. We love to see it. Yeah, this has been fun. I will appreciate you guys stopping in and putting up with our shenanigans because we're full of it.
We'll be getting free updates.
But that's great,
for
guys.
Switch 2,
All right, let's
like
continue.
For Switch games, but they'll be adding updates to them to make them run better on Switch 2. And I think those are just free updates, like software updates. But
Okay.
I think I saw like Captain Toad throughout him, Echoes of Wisdom, like maybe Brothership, like a few other games around that list. But
So, as far as the free updates, did I miss that, Redbeard? Were you talking about what it's gonna? Are those gonna be free if you own the physical game already? You're talking Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom.
Well, so Tico, I was told throughout those are like free with the expansion pack, but I'm talking about
Yes.
there's a website that a YouTuber showed that has like Captain Toad, Brothership, Echoes, a bunch of other games where they said they'll do a free software update to possibly improve performance and stuff like that on Switch 2, but it'll just be like a software update for the game, like how you get an update on your Switch game or something. So
Sure.
I saw those too, which were outside of the upgrade packs. But
Well, that'll be cool. So they may not be as full blown as the other ones, but they'll still be something to add to the overall.
Wait, Redbeard. Did it say anything about Pikmin 4 getting an update?
Oof.
let me see. Well, because Tico Ranger, I don't know about you and Tico, I know you don't like Forgotten Land, but honestly, I've been wanting Forgotten Land DLC for a while because I 100%ed it a few years ago, and I'm actually hyped because but the thing is at first it's oh, $20 for the upgrade pack, but then I'm like, oh wait, $40 DLC, because DLC is usually $20 anyway. So but then you also get the frame rates and the 4K resolution on top of it. So I guess I get it, Chico, because I was asking Serrano, why can't we get the upgrade mastery for all of them for the expansion pack? But I think it's just because the others have extra content.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Serrano.
To me,
Yeah,
though,
I
in a
just thought of
perfect
that. I
world,
wonder
all
if
of your
Pikmin
Switch
getting
games should have
anything.
automatically just have been upgraded. You know, upscaled. Like, you plug them in, they
That's
should
what I
have
thought was gonna
upscaling.
happen.
Like, they should have added
That's what I
extra
thought they
stuff.
were
Like,
gonna
the Tears of the Kingdom app is actually pretty cool, but for me, it's like 6 months too late.
Yeah, it's kind of done, yeah.
So,
No, I haven't 100%ed it yet. I need Sir Adam to be my navigator.
I 100%ed Tears of the Kingdom with Sir Adam's help, and I think I even did more than Sir Adam did in the game.
Sir Adam,
And it was
turn
just
left
nuts.
On Hyrule Drive. Right, Sir Adam?
What was
Yeah,
that?
turn left
Tico
on
Ranger.
Hyrule Drive.
Go
Oh,
north
yeah.
on Forest Temple Lane, right, Sir Adam?
Warning,
just being
there is
silly.
a Guardian on I-95. Take a detour.
Yeah, don't stop whatever happens.
Oh, okay. Sir Adam, I found it. Okay, so I need to go to the website. So Nintendo has confirmed that several Switch games will receive free updates for
Let's see
Switch 2.
here.
Those updates may improve performance or add support features, such as
Brittany
game
stopped in
select games.
earlier, I
Some of the games
thought,
get
but
free
she
updates
didn't stay
include
long.
Mario Odyssey, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I think there's a few. Who cares about
Let's
Pokemon?
see
Odyssey.
here.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Let's read some more chat.
I love how Legacy
They're going crazy, you guys. Oh, my word. Oh, it's so awesome. It's funny because my Discord's on the right, you guys, and their faces, they went full on camera. So I'm literally just staring at their faces. So, because I don't think I can dual capture. I'd lose my camera for stream. So it's funny. I think the little video chat thing on Switch 2 is so cornball for some reason. It feels like a Microsoft Teams call. Yeah, it's pretty painful looking. I could see the voice chat being cool, but the video chat is not necessary. Also, truly, corporate Smash Bros. Yes, Stormy, bring it back. Corporate Smash Bros. For the win. I think that's funny.
Sir Adam, you gotta see some of that DK gameplay. It is, oh man.
It looks
I
amazing.
did. It looked.
I teared up a
was
little bit
watching
inside,
it.
guys. I'm not going to lie.
I was
Chico-
watching it, but I was more focused on everyone. I was watching it at first, but then I noticed everyone saying, lower the price, lower the price. So then I was just spamming along with it.
So he was spamming the same thing. Sir Adam joined in. Lower the price!
Sir Adam,
Yeah.
they need to lower it. Chico Ranger, I have a question. Are they gonna pull like a 3DS Wii U where they lower it in less than a year? Because those went down quick.
Yeah, they
Are
did.
gonna
See,
do
that's
I'm
the
hoping
thing,
they
too. That's the thing, too. If they don't have a turnaround here before the launch, there's a good chance that if their numbers don't pick up by half mid-year, they're going to make that change. I could see it.
That's what they need to do.
So, well, they did that for 3DS, Redbeard. Do you remember that? The launch of 3DS, it was like $250. And then,
I got it for 100, or I think because I traded my DSi XL, but I got it after the price drop. Yeah.
yeah, but they did the price drop. Well, they never did anything for people that bought early. I bought early and paid the
Sad. Remember the
$250,
ambassador?
and it was
Ambassador program?
horrible. So, yeah, the ambassador program, I never got that.
Wait, Tico, did you buy it at launch? Because I got that Zelda one later, but did you buy it at launch, Tico?
Yeah, I had it at launch, Redbeard. That was my first handheld, and I blew the bank.
Wait, Chico, you should put the little Discord window in the corner of your screen
Do it.
so that the chat can see everybody.
Um,
Hold on, Tico.
Or is that
I think
too
I have it. I
complicated?
just don't know.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, try that.
But I gotta zoom in though. How do I zoom in here for Discord? Hang on, just a second before I
Sir Adam.
do the full reveal.
Sir Adam, this is my badges from PAX and from like
Oh,
music
awesome.
conferences and stuff.
There we go.
That's
And
awesome.
then
Sir Adam introducing, wait, the Nintendo Switch 3 DS. Ladies and gentlemen, come with this Joy-Con. Sir Adam, you can now take him on your 3DS magnetically.
You get the Joy-Cons out there.
Tico, Sir Adam, I still have this one, Tico. Or, Sir Adam, I grabbed this one because I did that trade, my Aqua Blue one. But I got this, I think, for 150 with the game. I don't know if that's bad, but it was like this
That's
fun
awesome.
But
all right, there we go, guys. We got you all on stream. You're all live. Let me know if that updated on Discord or not.
Tico,
So
is it? Let me go to the thing.
go to the
Oh, I
channel,
see
see
us
if it's
now.
on. You should be in there. I think I got you.
Tico Ranger,
Your
I think
stream's
you have
like,
this
for me,
one.
it's like a few seconds behind, but I see it.
Okay, well that's
Oh,
good.
yeah, I see us. Tico, you're like smarter than me, dude. That's crazy with that stuff.
No, not
That's
even
pretty
sort
good,
of.
Redbeard.
Nope. Although I will say Redbeard should stick together.
Oh, yeah, Sir Adam, Tico.
What about me?
Tico,
I'm
you
blind.
have that 3DS XL. You have that, I think.
Chico, what about me? I'm blonde and I can't grow a beard.
You need some manure packs, man.
Blonde beard, blonde beard.
Blonde beard.
Blonde beard.
I could barely grow a mustache.
Praise
Wait,
God.
Redbeard, check this out. Hold on.
There it is. Slid in, got the coin.
We need to have somebody crochet.
Oh, wait, I need to go to Discord.
Yeah, there we go. Adam, we can crochet you a Redbeard.
Wait, Sir Adam, let me do something. I'll be right back. Hold on.
All right, guys, we
Check
gotta get this.
out. Check this out. You see
What
this,
do you got?
Tico?
Oh, I dropped it.
Sir Adam, yours is.
Ooh, Game Gear.
Steam Deck Mini.
Guys, we dropped the Wiimote. We gotta pick it up.
Sir Adam, you're awesome.
Thanks.
All right, Stormy is saying the boys
Battery.
just steadily
Wait a
have
minute,
gotten
Sir
louder.
Adam,
It's
have
so
you
funny.
noticed
Oh,
nobody's
hey
talking
boys.
about it? Tell me to switch
We
to
need to
online
trio
game.
stream
I just noticed
of
that. I would
these
love-
three
I would love
in
the
real
Virtual
life.
Boy.
There we
Game Gear
go.
would be sick.
Blonde. Ain't
Sir
no
Adam, I have
blonde.
Game Gear
No.
games on my
Stormy says you ain't no
YouTube,
blonde.
so those are
I
fun.
can't give up on ginger, but Hems brunette.
Oh, Sir Adam, speaking of 450
Oh,
being
that's
crazy,
so
ready
funny.
for this, Sir Adam? Sir Adam,
Alright,
I
I
watched somebody
will-
pay
let's see here,
900 bucks
microphone
for the
can stay there.
Pokemon 20th anniversary new 3DS.
Elgato's
at 8-bit.
there.
That's
It's
double a Switch
I just
2
gotta
for a
figure
new
out.
3DS. I'm like,
We'll
dang.
turn them back just a fuzz, guys. There we go.
Isn't that dumb, Sir Adam?
All right. How's the sound now, Stormy? Let me know.
Nice.
It's trying to get the sweet spot on everybody so we can hear everybody
That looks good.
and what we need to hear. There we go.
Sir
All
Adam,
right,
that's
one
sick.
coin. Boom. There
Adam's
we
awesome.
go. Yeah, you guys' collections, you guys have some pretty good content, Redbeard and Sir Adam, as far as your video game stuff. Oh my. They're just
I
dancing. Well, I mean, when all else fails, Redbeard,
the
Sir Adam
hedgehog
dance
too.
party. Dancing in the cameras. Love it.
Dang. Sir Adam, that looks cool, man.
So many bats.
The screen on this is weird because you have to hold it at a specific angle to actually see it.
Oh
Oh, yeah.
my. No.
Hi, Lizzie.
What in the Caucasian's going on? That's funny. Oh my. Oh, we missed it. Okay.
Feels good, man, dude.
We gotta keep
Sir Adam,
rolling.
that looks cool, man. That looks fun.
Sir Adam, are you
There's
gonna have a
one
stream
game
soon with
I
that
want-
system or no?
Well, I don't like Sonic, so probably not.
Oh,
There's
maybe
one
you should
game-
make a whole stream about why you don't like Sonic.
Oh,
The people
I have
need to
to want
know.
to do a.
Okay,
I have
Sir
to want
Adam,
to
I
do a
don't blame
Sega
you.
Genesis screen.
Sir Adam, I don't blame you, and it's funny, and it's kind of why. So, Sir Adam, the thing is, I do like, because I grew up
Caucasians
with, like,
there, yeah,
Sonic
man.
and Sonic 2,
But
Sonic
better.
and Knuckles, Sonic Tails
Redbeard
Adventure,
cake.
like Sonic 1, 2, and 3, it was fun.
Twos
What's
and
weird, Sir
fours
Adam,
and
after Sonic Adventure 2,
That's
it, like,
funny,
went
Stormy.
like this for, like, the
Not
last
plush
15
Mario.
years or
No,
whatever.
not
So, Sir
plush
Adam,
Mario.
I did get
That's
the
funny.
Sonic Shadow Gen on sale for, like, 30, so I got on sale. That one was the last one I liked. But before
There we
that,
go.
Sir Adam, there was this huge gap, because everyone's like, try Sonic Superstars. And I tried it, I feel I'm traded.
It might be, unless you got like
Mr. Adam, it
Luigi
just
or
got kind
something.
of generic, you know, with the levels and stuff. But I did like some
There we
of the
go,
older
guys.
ones, and I like
The best,
Sonic Adventure,
the
Sonic
best
Heroes,
announcement
and
for
that.
Mario Kart was
like it.
the Moo
Yeah.
Metal Cow. Moo.
Sir Adam, remember when that Sonic game came out a week before Mario Wonder, and it got destroyed by Mario Wonder for sales? That was fun.
Well, that tells
There's
you
so
how-
many
it
Sonic
tells
games
you
that have
how
come
bad
out that
it
have been
did, 'cause
destroyed
I
by
don't even
Mario.
know what Sonic game you're talking about.
Yeah, I barely. Tico, remember it's that what Super something Sonic Super something that came out like a week before Mario Wonder.
I think I remember kind of in like the back of my mind, but it definitely did not live up. It's funny because I had a buddy that would try to convince me Sonic was awesome, and I was like, sorry, bud, Mario is king as far as that goes, but it never topped Mario for me ever. But
Yeah.
Oh, my screen froze.
Uh-oh.
Oh, wait.
screen share isn't working.
Okay,
Quick,
we're back.
Nintendo, fix it.
Nintendo fixed no, sir. Well, Sir Adam, Tico Ranger, I will say, I'm glad they did showcase, like, oh, I played a virtual console game, but I'm not going to use the gameplay, but then I can, like, talk to Sir
That's
like,
clutch.
oh, let's talk. Oh, Sir Adam's
Let's
playing
go.
Like, Zelda Breath of the Wild or something while, like, Tico's playing. Sir Adam, I didn't think they would do that with Switch 1 games. So I feel like that is nice. There's game chat with Switch 1 as well, but I feel like it'd be better just to talk instead of, like, yeah.
It is. Yeah, it is. I think it's still a cool idea.
I had to abandon him,
but-
guys. It's terrible. Abandon Yoshi.
But
No,
Sir
not
Adam,
Plush
I have a
Mario.
question.
Redbeard.
Sir Adam, what would that be like if I'm like
He's-
streaming,
he's
but
got
I like
fast,
try
yeah,
to
he does.
talk? Like I
Ben
played
Shapiro
a Switch 2 game,
vibes.
Sir Adam, or Switch game, Switch 2. But then if I'm like streaming, trying to chat, how would that go? Would I like talk?
good stuff.
This, and then they would hear you, or I don't know. if
Oh,
they would hear
yeah.
you.
I think the camera has
Eminem.
a microphone on it. Like, if you get that Nintendo camera, it has a microphone on it.
I don't think so, Tim. Not
Sir
from the
Adam,
announcements
I
I
don't wanna
heard.
pay for lag. I don't want to pay
Yeah.
for lag.
Don't want to pay for lag. Come on, Redbeard. We know we got to pay for some lag.
Wait, but Tico, you know what that's saying though? So, Sir Adam, the rumors
Ooh.
that we're talking about a camera accessory also said another screen accessory for DS 3DS emulation on there. So I'm kind of curious because I guess you
I
could
bet
plug in
somebody, I bet a third party will do that. Make a second screen or
Ready to
something.
abandon Yoshi
Which
again?
is
It's so
cool.
bad.
Sir Adam, that'd be
No
fun.
Yoshi's left behind. No Yoshis were
Sir
hurt
Adam,
in the,
Sir
in
Adam,
the
how did we
gameplay
call
here.
some of that? I don't know how we even called.
Rip
3D
in the chat
DK
for
or
Yoshi.
Game
Yeah,
Game
ours in the
Round.
chat for Yoshi. Rip.
Yeah, we're just that good, Redbeard.
Rip
We're
Yoshi.
just
Play
that
Rap
good.
God beat.
Tico,
Wow.
remember that?
This
Sir
is why he
Adam and I
comes
were
back.
predicting. That was crazy, sir.
You guys had several predictions that were actually pretty much spot on.
That was wild. Bro.
Except for I
Tico,
predicted a DK 3D I wanted to see, and it happened. I was like, when I had to get off that Discord chat with you guys, I was freaking out. And my boss is looking at me going, what are you doing right now? And I go, it's DK 3D.
No, but Tico, do you remember the night before the predictions where I was talking about, oh, I really want like 3D Donkey Kong was sick, but like maybe 3D Mario, but what if 3D DK happened?
Oh, yeah,
and
I remember.
We talked about GameCube with Sir Adam, and then
Yep.
the morning of we talked about it too. Like Tico, that's why I was like, no way, because we were just like throwing stuff out there. I don't know.
Yeah, it was. I will
And
say
I was-
Nintendo did a great job of hyping it up and giving you really a lot of things we wanted. So
Yeah, that was
And I was the one who said open world, giant
Other-
track, Mario
other than no Galaxy 2
Adam, we
remake
talked
or
about that
anything
on
about
your
that,
live
or
stream. We were wondering, right?
the
Sir Adam?
Zeldas we wanted remastered. So they should still come out with the HD versions and just upscale them to the new Switch 2.
Yeah. But like, Sir Adam, I will say, knowing Nintendo, Sir Adam, I know this sounds weird, but I'm even surprised they did the upgrade pack because I was worried like, oh no, what if
It's a
they
mustard
redo
Yoshi,
some
yeah, it is.
game no matter
Great
what? Like,
value,
oh, you have this
boy.
game, but we're only making a
To
Switch
Mew
2
Yoshi.
version, right, Sir
Yep,
Adam? And then you have
Noshi.
to buy the game
Yeah,
again.
he's a
I was
Noshi
really
after he
worried they were
falls
gonna do
away.
that. Like, please don't do that.
Yeah.
Right, Sir Adam?
Yeah. You have to buy it all over.
Watch out.
Remember the Wii U to Switch ports? Buy it again, right?
Yeah, buy it a third time.
But Sir
Yeah,
Adam,
they
I
just
love
keep remastering.
Tico, remember how bad people were? Why Switch doesn't have backwards compatibility? And then it's like, duh. I mean, there's discs and there's the cartridge on a tablet. So it
Yeah.
was just funny. that
Yeah.
People...
Well, I don't think people thought through that argument until they're like, yeah, you got to buy a separate disc drive to play your Wii U games.
That's funny.
Oh.
Wait, Sir Adam, Tico, did you see? So I didn't notice this, Sir Adam, but I watched a YouTube.
That's how Mario shaves
Remember
his
when they
face,
showed
guys.
compatible Switch games? There's like that real, like all those Switch games, right? Remember when they said like you could play like
Oh
basketball and they had
my.
a bunch of like Mansion 3 and all that? Apparently they
We're
said
getting
Yoshi
so
Yoshi's Woolly World
lucky with
showed
those.
up in that. That was like one of the games on there. So I wonder if that means Yoshi's Woolly World's being because when it
No.
said play Switch 1 game,
Oh.
that they said
And
that
we're
was
playing
one of
with
the
fire
icons
here,
that was
guys.
in that.
That's a good point.
$90, right, Sir
There it
Adam?
is. Oh, my goodness. How are we still
No,
here?
Sir Adam, Legend of Zelda GTA, $100, right, Sir Adam?
Yeah, people were joking about how much that game's going to cost. Oh, snap.
Oh no, Sir Adam, what if it really is though? Now that I think about it, because remember Tears of the Kingdom?
Oh, no. How are we going to do this, guys?
Oh no.
We got to time this
The
perfect.
next Zelda game is gonna be $100.
This is an Olympic
Yeah,
sport
let's
here.
predict calling it, Sir Adam.
It's gonna be called
There it
Tears
is.
of Your
Let's
Wallet.
go. Tears of Your Wallet. Literally, that's a great name, Sir Adam.
And Tico, Sir Adam. So like the thing is, the From
There we
Software,
go.
like that's cool, the partnership. I just don't, and I think
Oh,
Tico
screwed
talked
it
about
up.
it. Certain games just affect me spiritually, Sir Adam, and it would affect me negatively. So there are third-party games
Oh.
that I just wouldn't feel good. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, Elden Ring is too creepy for me.
Yeah, it's too much, right? Tico?
It's a nah dog for me.
But it did excite me to see games like that because that means like the Switch is able to run games like that.
I just hope that they
Sir Adam,
somehow get Spider-Man.
right? Tico,
Yeah,
that would
that's
be,
a good
well,
point.
like, Tico Ranger, what Sir Adam and I were kind of surprised about, because like we looked at it, we're like, oh, another third-party game, and then
No.
it said only on Switch 2. But don't they work with Sony mostly?
Missed
Sir
the
Adam?
coin.
Because I know Sony owns most.
Oh,
of
that
them.
that other like Dark Souls game or whatever.
Yeah,
Nope, that
it was.
mic doesn't pick up bass eagle. That is
that
great
one-
news, Liv. That is fantastic news.
That one was super surprising too, because yeah, that was like originally a PlayStation exclusive, and now it's gonna be a Switch exclusive, which is crazy.
I hope one day to make
Right.
my future husband as happy as Nintendo announcements.
But again, that one
Yeah,
was
me
too
too.
creepy for me.
But with my current one,
Yeah.
LOL.
Well,
Wow,
Sir
lady,
Adam, my
that's funny.
question,
Good.
Are they trying to get like that variety of exclusives like that too real. And, like,
Got a
different
little
kinds of
ahead of
gamers.
myself there.
Because I know Switch.
Probably.
Living
They
Amen,
have
awesome
but-
cake news.
Yeah.
But Sir Adam, I have a question.
That's
Sir Adam, I
so
will
funny.
say, you know what's hilarious? So you're telling me that the Game Card key version of Mario Kart, they can't put the full
Oh,
game cartridge. But we just found out that CD
He's
Projekt
quick like a
Red
bunny.
is putting Cyberpunk on the cartridge.
Oh.
They can do it,
I
but
know.
Nintendo won't do it for Mario Kart. That's funny.
And then they said, yeah, they're putting Cyberpunk on the full cartridge.
There it is.
But then they said Elden Ring is gonna be
Boom.
a download cartridge.
Let's go.
Sir Adam, I'll tell you this. If you get Hogwarts Legacy, though, if you get Legacy, you only download a few gigs. Most of it's on the cartridge. You just have to download some of the update content, like a few gigs of the update stuff. But it does have most of it on the cartridge. But you have to download.
Well, that's what you had to do with Tears of the Kingdom.
He's
I
away,
remember when it
guys.
came
Got
out.
away.
They had a
Gotta
day
get 'em.
one update.
Gotta move
for it.
in.
Yeah, that was. Man.
Well, we all know
Sir
that
Adam?
Metroid Prime 4 is going to operate and play way better on Switch too. So
Yeah.
Yeah. We should buy it for Switch 1 just to see how bad it runs.
it's like Breath of the
Wait,
Wild.
Sir
I found
Adam!
out my bootleg Wii U I bought special edition came with Breath of the Wild on it. So I was playing it. It is so grainy playing Breath of the Wild on the gamepad. The hearts you can't even see them. So
Ew.
yeah.
Ew.
We should play that
Adam.
and then play it up with the new Switch and see what's different.
See, oh, and Tico,
You icky gross.
Funny?
Do a
Sir Adam,
visuals.
you need to see Tico Ranger. You need to look at. They did a
Oh, no.
comparison of, especially, and they went to the Krog Forest, Sir Adam, and they even did it, and they did a side by side of Switch and Switch 2.
No!
And it's
Terrible.
like night and day. Like Sir Adam, the load times are like 8 times as fast. So like the load time takes
Yeah.
like 3 seconds, 2 seconds. It's like 20 seconds on Switch. It's like 2 seconds on Switch 2. Like, and then what's funny, Sir Adam?
Yeah, it was
they go to
great.
The load
Krog
times
and
were
it's
impressive.
60 FPS, and I'm like, wait, Krog Forest is 60 FPS now? Wow, it doesn't like drag and frame rate like. Sir Adam,
I
sorry
don't-
to get dirty.
No,
Hey, we love it.
I was being nerdy until I found out about the prices. Then I got sad.
Sir Adam has a depression problem about prices.
Right. Tico
I'm
Ranger, what are
just
you gonna
stating.
do? Because I know you've got consoles at launch already. So what will you do? Because I know for me this will be like a first if I'm able to. But I'll try to at least get it week 1. Because I'll be back.
I'm
like,
I'm
the
probably
15
gonna
days
have to
after
sell
launch.
my collection Redbeard just to afford everything, but I might be pulling the trigger. We'll see. So I'm praying about it, praying for
Oh, are you
wisdom.
cut out? Tico's cut out?
Oh, your camera cut out, Redbeard.
I'm still here. Are you guys there?
I hear you guys.
Yeah, Redbeard's frozen. We might have dropped him.
Uh-oh.
We dropped Redbeard. No good.
No, he's loading.
We'll have to
Redbeard, you hear us?
Sure, Adam.
blink twice if you hear us.
Redbeard! Redbeard!
No, we've lost Redbeard.
No! Ah.
Dropped him in it.
Oh, there he is.
There we go. Sorry.
Hey,
Sir Adam.
Hey, he's
Can you hear
back.
us? Can you hear us?
Tico, yeah, I got you. Tico Ranger, are you
Okay,
gonna
cool.
sell it? Because Sir Adam, this might sound dumb, but because I'm a musician, because like I have my 2 jobs, but I actually have a lot more than I felt like. And I'm not gonna give the exact amount, but I have more than enough cash to get a Switch 2 bundle, and then maybe games later, Sir Adam. Only because like what I'll do is when I get a system, I'll start quietly saving in the background like a certain budget towards like when there's something later. Because I knew there was rumors for this for a while, Sir
Oof.
Adam. I don't know if that's bad, Tico, but it's because I have my 2 jobs, but I'll play gigs and I'll get like checks or cash for them. So then I'll just set some of that aside as like.
No, that's not bad. That's
Yeah,
smart.
that's like your spending money then. Yeah.
All right, we'll get back to you, chat.
So, Sir Adam, the thing is, it's not impulse for me. It was like since
All
last
right,
year I thought about it because I've always like waited like a year or 2 for a console or a
When did
handheld,
you?
but I
When
just
did
thought
we?
it'd be
When did he have
interesting. That's why I
time
just
to
kinda
write that?
started
Exactly,
budgeting, like,
Brittany. He's quick.
Yeah.
Brittany
Yeah.
would be
But
singing
Tico,
like
what are
a
you
tea
gonna have to
kettle
solve?
about
Like,
this
but
chat
Tico, Sir
tonight.
Adam, I know he's got
She
more
would. Yeah,
bills
she's probably right
going
now
on
just
too than
wheezing.
us and stuff,
The
but I
nurse
don't know, like,
doctor and
Sir Adam, like,
Rip
was he saying he'd have to
Biscuits.
sell
Yeah,
something,
she
like, the Switch
Biscuits
or,
isn't
like-
doing so well tonight, brother.
I
Oh,
don't know.
is that Biscuit sick?
guess
I
he
don't know.
muted
I don't think
himself.
so. I don't know. She just
But
dropped
yeah,
off.
I don't
gag.
know. I did see
Which I
apparently
can't say much
GameStop
about. Sometimes
announced,
cut out too. Redbeard, you're
that
frozen.
you can
Okay,
trade
no
in
M's,
your
just
old
think
Switch,
real hard.
all 3 types.
Oh, same here.
for different
Sometimes
prices.
I go
They
feed
said
the
the
littlest
Switch
ranger and
OLED
zonk out hot. That has
would
happened
get you
several times, and we've
$175
needed a moderator.
off if you traded it in.
He
for the
looked
Switch 2.
real focused for that
And
red
then the
tool.
regular Switch, you'd get $125.
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
And the
the
Switch
freeze there
Lite,
for
you
him,
get
so
$100.
At least he's back up and living.
Oh, Sir Adam.
Let's
and that's
go.
when, like,
We got the top of the
everything's
flagpole.
included, right?
Boom.
Like, everything's included.
Guys, we're just accomplishing this and having
was
an
that?
epic chat all at the
And
same
then
time.
everything would have to be included, right, Sir Adam? Like Joy-Con, dock.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It's like I don't know. I'm still debating whether or not I would do that.
All right, start
because-
over, Sir Adam. What are you doing? I missed it.
Oh, I was saying GameStop announced their prices they'd give you for trading in your old Switch. So if you had a Switch OLED, you'd get $175 off.
Okay.
Regular Switch, you'd get $125 off. And then the Switch Lite, you'd get $100 off.
So those prices aren't bad, but other than you got to do it yourself, you could resell that and probably get a better deal on eBay. But you'd have to start now, and that's what I'm considering doing because I own 3 Switches. I need to figure out whether or not I don't need to own 3
Same
Switches,
here,
obviously.
Nico. I got all the variants.
Yeah,
But Sir
I
Adam-
don't even have the variants. I just have one special edition and 2 regular. Well, one's an OLED. I got 2 OLEDs and 1 regular, so.
Nico, what's your special edition?
I've got the same one as you, the Tears of the Kingdom. Zelda.
And Tico, I have Splatoon Joy-Cons on it, but that's through my friend who worked at Fred Meyer. But Sir Adam, the one that shocked me, I'll actually, Sir Adam, let me grab him.
There we go. Light it up. All right, we're good.
Redbeard, your camera's off. You gotta turn your camera back on.
I see it. On my end, it's good.
It's on. It's on.
No, I just see his
Uh-oh.
profile picture on mine.
Uh-oh.
Sir Adam, mine's on though.
What?
Well,
That's weird.
oh
Wait,
my.
Nico, can you see me?
I can
Yeah,
still
I'm
see.
on the stream.
Guys,
Here, I'll
oh!
rejoin the call.
Gosh,
No good.
Sir
No,
Adam,
no good.
Sir Adam, don't go to Australia. Don't live to Australia. Ready for this, Tico? Wait, hold on. Let me see.
I'll rejoin the call and see if that refreshes it, okay?
Okay, we'll see you in a second. We lost him, Redbeard.
Sir Adam, ready for this?
There we go.
Tico, ready
All
for
better.
this? Sir Adam,
All
ready?
better.
The
We're
Switch
ready.
2 will
Okay.
cost Australia $699. There
Get
will be
out.
a bundle with Mario Kart, which is $769.
What?
Yeah,
Because the economy is bad in Australia. It's really bad. Like, everything's, like, really inflated.
well, I'll tell you what.
I'm not going to Australia.
That's, yep. That's definitely down under.
It's Sir Adam, real quick, Sir Adam. So, Sir Adam, this Switch Lite has not been used yet. This is a brand new one. I think the deal came out, but it's Animal Crossing, Sir Adam, and that would be bad for me. But I will say, Sir Adam, what surprised me is the Switch Lite deal is the best because that's half of what you paid for it. Where the others, I don't know, maybe they are 50%, but like that one seemed to be like a decent. I don't know, maybe.
Oh, we missed it.
Well, another thing I thought of trying is you could try to resell it at a local place. Like if there's a used video game store near you, you could try selling there.
That's true.
But a lot of times they don't give you that much.
Well, it just depends, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think
Because
your best option, Sir Adam, is to put your Switch up for sale on your eBay or something, and you know, just hold off and see what it sells. So
I don't know. Well, the problem with that is you'd have to buy the Switch 2 before
guys, I'm having clutch moves here.
selling your Switch 1.
I mean, for
Oh, right,
you,
the
yes.
transfer.
For you, yes, to have your
Because
transfer.
then
Yeah,
you-
that's true.
Because then
How-
you'd be
what?
out a Switch.
How in the world did I survive that, guys? I totally just ate Mario just
Sir
ate
Adam,
a
I'll be
fireball.
honest, I used to kind of did that. Like
And
my
it's over.
DSi XL I traded for 3DS, and I traded a DS Lite for a system. Like it was fun. But sir, I still have my other 2 DS.
How did we survive that?
But Sir Adam,
No
the weird thing is,
way.
I don't know why.
Let's
maybe
go.
I've always regretted it. Like I've always like later like why did I do that? So now I've like kind of stopped. I don't know if that's like bad or like greedy
Boom.
or evil. I don't know.
Well, yeah, the collector in me doesn't
All right,
want
Stormy's
to get
heading
rid of
out.
my Switch.
Let's see what we got here,
But
guys.
like on a practical level, I would transfer
All right.
all my games over so my old Switch wouldn't have anything
Girl got
on
you
it.
sleep. Sir
But yeah,
Adam
like,
not
the
using his
collector in me
YouTube
doesn't want
voice.
to get rid of it.
It's like hanging out with friends.
So I'm
Sigh,
still thinking.
I think
on that
Tico
one.
will be live
Sir
tomorrow
Adam,
evening, so
if you're
maybe we can
expecting
all
a
chat
different
some
UI
more.
to
It's
eShop,
been a highlight of my
keep your
day.
expectations
Yes,
very
yes,
low.
indeed.
It looks
I might be
pretty
watching the
Oh,
new Chosen
no.
episode in
But no,
theater
Sir Adam,
tonight.
I know,
My
I heard
brother
about that.
wants to
Sir
watch it
Adam,
with
the
me
video
before I
saw,
leave for
hopefully
Seattle.
true. It did
Well,
show
hey,
a very
that's more
snappy
important,
eShop, but
Stormy.
the
So
thing is, it's red
connect
because
with your
one
brother
thing I was
and
interested is they
enjoy
showed
that
games
episode.
going
I've
in
heard
the
that
background,
that
like a
show
big
is
screen
good
with, like,
as far as
games stored,
following
so
the
hopefully
Bible.
there's, like,
A
something
lot of people have
Sir Adam, like,
enjoyed
music
that,
or
so
something, 'cause it
I
looks,
haven't
like,
personally
different, but, like, similar
checked
layout,
it
but,
out,
like,
but
different
I know people are
colors, and there was,
enjoying
like,
it.
the games kind of scrolling
While that's
out.
streamed those in theaters, it's a highlight
Sir
of
Adam,
mine
as
too.
long as
it's
After my
not, like-
interview, I
as
was
long as
like,
it's not,
I
like,
hope I get to
super
chat on
laggy,
live and tell them.
it'll
Yeah, I'm
be
glad you
fine.
told us, gave us the
Yeah,
update,
it's
Stormy.
kinda-
We're excited, and we're gonna be praying for you
Sir
guys
Adam,
this
what do
trip
you
that it
think? Yeah.
is impactful and a lot of fun,
Well, what do
and
I
you guys
think?
get
What?
some good experience.
Yeah,
So.
no, that-
And hopefully
that's-
your movie goes good tomorrow
Oh, the
night.
UI and stuff.
So, and we may
I
be
know.
on late, so
I
who
was
knows? You may
hoping
be
that
one to
they'd
stop
make
in after
something
and see.
interesting, but I guess not.
We were hoping for an update too. Yeah, that's put the season
Sir Adam, we'll
out
have to see, like
on
we said, if
theaters
it's
first, a
snappy,
couple
like,
episodes at a
hopefully there's
time,
music
then
release,
put
but
it
I
all
will
on the
say,
app.
like,
Oh,
the
cool.
games in the
Okay, me
background
too.
is interesting, but
I'll
they
keep
look
you all
kinda blurred, but
posted.
it's like this
Awesome.
background.
All right, well, have an awesome
Yeah.
night, Stormy.
Yeah,
and
they-
thanks
yeah,
for
they need to
stopping
bring
and
back
hanging out with
music.
this crazy bunch of.
Like I always
wild
like the
people
Wii
here,
U
so-
sounds. Like
And
the
we
Wii U
will
songs
look forward to
and stuff.
seeing you on the next stream whenever you got time. Alrighty.
Can't find it. Wait, Sir Adam, there is a comparison of Switch and Switch 2. But Sir Adam, I still feel like they showed us the Switch 2 version of Prime 4, even though they said there's no mention of the Switch successor at this direct. Like in June, I still
All
feel
right.
like
Good night, guys.
Right, Tico?
Oh,
If it's
yeah.
still storming,
Love you
we may
guys.
not go, so we'll see. Bye. Yeah, hopefully the storm is not bad for you wherever you're at. I know you're out kind of west area. Night, night.
Night, night.
Night, night. Oh, we
Wow.
hit it. We hit it, guys. Them bullet
Sir
bills.
Oh wow, Sir Adam.
What?
If you look at the graphics Switch and Switch 2, there's way more detail and it's darker. Metroid Prime 4 on the 2, like the gun looks different and there's like
Little
the flames. There's
toe
way more
faces.
with the fires and stuff, Sir Adam. There's way more
Boom.
detail and they're like going bigger. They're really small in the Switch version, so I guess I didn't realize how different it was. But if you side by
Let's
side,
go.
and I'm not watching it on a 4K display either. I'm already seeing like the right, Sir Adam.
Yeah. I know, Redbeard. We're gonna have to
You
get a
wanna join
4K TV to take advantage of the Switch 2.
I know we all gotta
Little
update
my
our
grandma-
TVs.
Grandma, my grandma's like,
My
I'll get you a
monitor
new
might
TV
be able
this
to take
fall,
it
and I'm
on,
gonna
but
like,
we'll see.
Grandma, it's not worth it unless it's 4K. She'll be like, okay. She's like, she said she wants to get me a TV the fall, because pretty sure I remember my room's getting renovated in June, so it's getting expanded. So we'll have a new
That's
setup
nice.
for Adam. But
That's
Sir Adam,
exciting.
it's just funny, I'm like, but Tico, I'm like, Grandma, now I gotta be like, okay, do 4K though. Because she wanted to get me a TV.
Yeah.
Since I've had mine for a long time.
You know,
Yeah,
I may
you gotta
have
take
to
full
sell the
advantage.
PS5, the original Switch, and the OLED Switch to get everything on my Switch 2 dream list.
Yeah.
And then take a
Redbeard-
mortgage out just to finish it.
Tico
Yeah,
Ranger, how
Redbeard.
impressive-
Chico was saying that he wants to get like all of the accessories and everything, so he's gonna have to pay like $1,000.
It's gonna be over 1,000.
Adam, look at that
not
graphics
getting the what?
comparison, though. I did not know it was gonna be like
Did you see the other camera that's announced? The Piranha Plant? That one's the one.
Adam, wait,
It's
Tico, I have
cheaper.
a question too. Tico Ranger, how is
And
the
it
Switch
closes
2
so you can
compared
shut
to
it
the
off.
PS5 performance-wise?
Oh, that's a good question.
How did I think PS5 did performance-wise?
Or no, Tico, like Switch 2 compared to PS5, how far behind is it? Is it like still way behind, or is it
Well,
kind of
I'm
comparable?
not going to be able to give my judgment until I actually have one in hand because what they showed currently, Wow, I can't believe I survived there. And then we lost. Okay, what we showed currently of the gameplay footage and stuff looked really good, but it's going to be hard to say exactly on performance. I think it's the camera lag at the bottom makes me think that it's not quite as powerful, but I think it is definitely above the PS4 Pro, what I saw.
Which is, we'll see. It's Tico, I had a question because I know like 450, it's like, oh, that sucks. But my question is like the Steam Deck's 400, but only the Steam Deck at 800p, and it's like, it's 800p and it's only 60 hertz. It doesn't go to 120, and there's no dock that comes with it. There's other accessories, so that costs more. But then, Chico, it's like with the dock at 4K, 450, it's like, oh, PS4 Pro is 400, but it wasn't a hybrid. You didn't have the handheld part.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm thinking, like, and for a while, like, go 450, but then I'm like, oh, wait, if it's, because Tico, if it's a PS4 power, then 400 makes sense, but because it's like a bigger jump, I kind of see, like, okay.
Well, you know what's interesting from what I saw? It looks like the Switch 2 is actually going to run better in tabletop mode than it is actually docked. It's higher frame rate. Unless you opt for it. It said 4K was 60 frames per second, and docked or that when it's docked and then solo it's 120. So the frame rate's going to be better on the handheld than it is on the 4K docked. Unless you don't opt for 4K, then you can run 120, I think 1020p. So you're not going to get the 4K resolution in the 120, 1080 or whatever. So if I'm understanding that correctly. So I think the docked mode is actually going to run not as quick frame rate. So I think that might underpower it from what the PS5's doing, but it just depends. I don't have a TV to actually even fully utilize my PS5, so I don't even get to see it at its full glory.
Because Tico, that is impressive, because at first I'm like, everybody's like, oh, it's not going to be more than PS4 Pro. It's going to be like baby-based PS4, if even that. But Tico, is it like, because there was rumors that said between the Pro and the Series S. So I wonder if those were accurate. Like,
well, I think people are definitely going to put it side by side, and that stuff you're going to see people compare it with. Like, I think it's going to be something that we're going to get a lot of videos about people testing how fast it really runs. And the AI upscaling, people think that that's going to be a gimmick enough to make it perceive it to be as good, even if it's not technically as good.
The thing I was thinking about is it's like the PS4 level of power, but with more modern parts.
You're outnumbered.
So it's actually more powerful if you think about it.
Yeah,
than the PS4 would be.
Well, sir,
No, it's
Adam,
definitely out. It's definitely more powerful.
Tico, when I looked at the third-party games, I was like, wait, FF7 remake looks really good, like on a modern console.
Yeah.
And then even Cyberpunk, like it's lower frame rate, but I'm like, man, how are they like? Because that's one thing, Sir Adam, is I think they're gonna sell people on third-party games more because it looks like.
Well, the Final Fantasy update, we've got a brother-in-law or cousin-in-law that loves that, and I saw the gameplay for that, and I go, that looks very similar to what they have on PS5. So.
Yeah.
That right there alone, if they were to bring the list of that might sell a lot of people on it that are huge Final Fantasy people. So,
well, one thing I've learned from playing more computer games is that companies nowadays are really bad or lazy or whatever at optimizing their games. So they'll make their games like super taxing, and they don't know how to optimize them well. So like to bring it goes to show you that they can optimize games to run well even on something like the Switch. Because like the new Monster Hunter that just came out, Monster Hunter Wilds, it apparently runs super bad on computer just because they were really lazy and they didn't program the game to run well on lower end systems.
Well, that's what they did with the Marvel game. I bought the Marvel Rivals or whatever it was, not Rivals, the one previous to it on PC because I had this PC and the developers totally did not make it to run on PC well. It crashes. I was like 25 minutes into the game and it crashes, and they basically said because of how bad the game sold, they weren't going to patch it. The developers are saying, yeah, we won't make a patch, but the people that bought it on PS5, the game's still playable because they took the time to make it run well on the PS5, and I think it was on Xbox as well. But the computer version of it I bought on Steam is unplayable, and it'll never be playable. So I wasted like $60 on it, and I'll never be able to beat it.
Yeah, that just goes to show you that.
That's why I don't like Steam.
You know, if they put the effort into optimizing the games, it can run really well and look really awesome on something like the Switch.
And Tico Ranger, Sir Adam, you know what's funny? Sir Adam, I'm watching a game like Tico, you gotta see me up. And again, I'm not getting Prime 4 right away, I'm still gonna I'm still not sure about it, gameplay-wise, but Sir Adam, if you go to Metroid Prime 4 Switch versus Switch 2, you'll see not just a difference in resolution, but textures, lighting, effects. It's like completely, it looks like it's a completely like different game almost. And they're using the mouse con, Sir Adam, to aim like with the boss fight, and but it's crazy because Tico Ranger, the fire effects are like way more realistic looking, and the gun has like different details on it.
Oh yeah, it's amazing how much more it upscaled it.
I'm really curious about the mouse controls. Like, I was trying to think, how would that feel? Because you're holding the controller like this.
Well,
and then
from what
like this.
It's no different from using the Mario, in my opinion. When I saw them turn the controller and aim it, it's no different from using the controller like you did on Galaxy to aim the star bits with the Wii remote, in my mind. Other than you're holding it against a table. So you're aiming forward and you're aiming and firing while moving. That's what I thought it was like. In the one video a cousin of ours sent us, the guy was talking about he played the Special Olympics basketball or whatever it is with the wheelchair, and he said it actually felt... Yeah, the wheelchair. He said it actually felt really smooth and accurate, his movements. Because you hold down the joystick, like the shoulder button, and slide. So
that's another thing I was curious about, is how would that feel dragging it across like a table?
Well, they said you could even do it on your jeans or pants. So it's not just a table. They said there was ability to do it on different surfaces. Nobody really tested that out though. I wanted to see that in the live stream because they said you could do it, but nobody did it.
I guess I didn't think about that. If you had like one of those big mouse pads, you could put your Joy-Cons on that.
Oh yeah.
Or just like the one.
On my Switch 2, Nintendo, can there be
cross-compatibility? With a mouse.
Sir Adam, Tico Ranger, am I like the sort of, I told Sir Adam I do play Steam and Epic Games, but like for the free or really cheap games sometimes, but I just don't have the gaming PC rig anymore. But Tico, I don't know, like, because like the thing is, I might get parts eventually going well at some point, but I don't want to spend like a few thousand. But my friend said I can do it for less than $1,000. I just have to like save, like, cause like the Switch cheaper out later. But Tico, I have a question. Will this like, is there much of a need for me to even do a PS5 or no? Because like the Switch 2 be it up there more in specs. I don't know if there's gonna be, because then it's $450 and then $500. But the thing is, I don't buy other consoles, so that's why I can save for this. Because I only buy like from one console manufacturer. I can't afford to get Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo.
At this point, Redbeard, I don't think it's probably worth it to get a PS5 unless there's a game that is not coming to another console. Like for me, the only reason I really bought one was because of Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2, and now they've announced Spider-Man 3. So if those games ever did come over, I know they've moved Spider-Man 1 to Steam, but I don't think Spider-Man 2's there yet.
Wait, let me check, Tico, for Nintendo Switch 3, Spider-Man 3. Right.
I mean, if they announced that, then I'd have no reason to keep my PS5, really. I mean, I play some Fortnite with another cousin of mine or brother-in-law. But yeah, it's been one of those where it's been epic. I think the most I've played on my PS5 is Fortnite, and it is awesome on there. It runs way smoother than what the Switch ever did, and the PlayStation 4 does. Because I still have my PS4, and I'll dual play with my wife Fortnite and my brother-in-law, and it's epic. But we're always fighting over who gets the PS5 because it does run way smoother. The frame rates are better. Overall gameplay is just more fun on it. But if the Switch 2 plays just as good as the PS5, there's really no reason to keep it other than a handful of games. So.
Oh, Tico, it says
I don't think there's going to be a noticeable difference.
Tico, it's on Steam now. Marvel Spider-Man 2 is on Steam, it says.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, it's
well,
not released on Steam.
So 3's the only one.
I only really use Steam. I wait and buy like games on Steam for like $2 or less.
Ooh,
Yeah,
there it is.
because there's a bunch of cool like older games I've been able to get. And what you can do is that they're called CD keys. There's websites devoted to finding these CD keys. And there was a game on Steam, for example,
There
it was
we
on
go,
sale
we got
for
it,
like
guys.
$5.
Boom.
And I found a CD key of it for $2. So that's what I like about Steam is you can get stuff for dirt cheap.
Yeah, $2 is a win. There's no doubt in your mind that's a win if you can get a game that cheap. But my thing is
And I
it
got-
playable and can you hook the controller to it you want? Because mouse for me is not my favorite.
Yeah. Well, I have the 8-bit do controllers, and those work on my computer.
Nice. That's right. I did get to play on one of those the other night.
Adam,
That
you
was a
gotta
nice
see
controller.
this, dude. This is unreal.
So,
Well, and Tico Ranger, even watching the comparison on Breath of the Wild Tears of the Kingdom, I'm like, man, I didn't realize it made that much of a difference. Like, that's
yeah.
crazy.
Oh yeah, it was cool. They definitely
Ranger?
make you want to consider replaying some of those games just for that.
Tico Ranger, I had a question too.
Yes.
So, do you think this will flop more than Wii U because it's priced higher, or no? 'Cause some people like,
I have a feeling Nintendo's kind of shooting themselves in the foot on the price. I think there's going to be some diehard fans that are going to go for it. I think the fact that they've got the third-party support, it's not going to be the Wii U that the Wii U was because they could not get the third-party support there. I think the fact that the developer of Grand Theft Auto 6 said they were going to put the game on the Switch too. Basically,
Really?
to me in my mind, and it's going to be a dual release because they're purposely not giving the date out for that because they want to keep everybody hyped for it. I won't be buying that game because that's not a game I play, but I know that
what game?
people that are going to get that game may think about picking up a Switch too just because
Grand
they can
Theft
play
Auto.
Mario and Grand Theft Auto on the same game.
No, because, well, Tico, spiritually, that's why Sir Adam and I talk about the dark from software game. I just don't feel good, Sir Adam and Tico Ranger, and also when you look at what God's word says about
Oh, yeah.
certain stuff, I just know GTA is a no-brainer. For, like,
Yeah, it's a no-brainer. It's a garbage game.
Yeah, it's just,
Yeah.
So you can't play that game and invite the Lord into that space, and that's the big one. Is it's like, can you invite God into what you're doing? And that's something that I've been really learning a lot as I've been getting in God's word. Is it's like He wants everything we do, and if we can't say, Lord, come with me in this time, and be here with me, and they can't exist together. Sin and that stuff can't exist, and it's like one of those where you're going to clubs and there's strippers in there and stuff like that. It's like, no, doesn't work. If you can do that in a game, that's not realistic at all for that. So that's a no-brainer, like you said.
Well, Tico, and I'm not trying to, like, harp on other people. I just feel like houses like whatever's lovely, whatever's right, take on these things, whatever's
Absolutely.
True, And I just remember, Tico, like, and I know from as far as I was, like, kind of agnostic when I went to church growing up, and I was, like, kind of, whatever, like, I was, like, church background, I was, like, how, I think you mentioned Tico, but then it's funny, because even in church, you're like, well, that's okay, what's wrong, you're not hurting anybody, and then I noticed how the church will, like, sneak things in, and then it just spirals out. Because
Yeah.
I've had struggles, Tico, with certain sins that I regretted, but it's because, like, people are like, oh, well, I mean, yeah, you're fine.
Well, and the big one is with that, I appreciate you sharing that and being honest, because that's one of those things that it's hard to admit that, and I don't think you'll ever find a perfect quote-unquote church, but if whoever's teaching is not speaking God's word and teaching from the Bible, you probably need to get out of there. And that just depends. And it sounds like that's more of a buddy or something you ran into versus church leadership giving you that. But
yeah, no, Tico, it was just people who attended, but it wasn't like
Sure.
the leader. Because even biblical churches will have that, but that doesn't mean the leader or leaders are that way. It's just
Sure.
people who attend. Yeah.
Well, my latest thing that I'm on that I've been learning is the cross. And if we don't understand the cross, we shouldn't be in leadership in a church. And you shouldn't be volunteering because you're going to do it out of what we fall into, which is your own strength. And even if you have good intentions, it doesn't matter. The Bible talks about, we want to have spoken to us at the end of our lives, well done, good and faithful servant. We don't want to have spoken to us, Lord, I did all this in your name, and then the Lord comes back and says, I don't know you. You need a relationship with God, and the way you have a relationship is we need to understand that, it's by grace we've been saved through faith, and understanding what the cross means to us. And it's like God paid it all. It's not Tico that paid it all. I don't have to do anything other than believe in him, and confess I'm a sinner, and it's one of those where at that point, because I've accepted Jesus, I want to start pursuing and seeking him and getting into God's word and learning this shepherd we serve. We're called his sheep, and the sheep know the shepherd. And if we're not in God's word daily filling, we're not going to be ready to give an answer, because the Bible says clearly, be ready to give an answer for the hope you have. And people that are saying stuff to you about, well, it's okay to sin every once in a while, or God will forgive you. And it's like, no, that's not what the Bible's talking about at all. Yes, God will forgive you, but he wants our hearts. He wants our minds. He wants our everything. It says, he created everything, and we gotta understand that and believe it. And that's by getting in God's word and doing the Bible study. What you've been reading and challenging us with. It's awesome, Redbeard. I love it. Sir Adam and I really appreciate the scripture you read, and you praying for people on stream. That's powerful, and that's what it's about. That's why I'm streaming. It's to make a difference and let my light shine, God's light shine through me, and be an influence where I can, because there's too many people doing it out of the wrong reason, and I love it. It's been neat. So
Praise God. Well, Tico, you get it too, because the thing is, Tico, it's not like we're because some people are like, well, there's non-believers out there. Why would you say that because there's people who are different things? But I'm like, well, that's the point, right, Tico? That's why we're doing it. But Sir Adam,
well, it's because we have a hope.
We have a hope, yeah. And Tico, there's even people sort of come to the street. It doesn't happen all the time. And I'll try not to go to whatever, but sometimes we'll what about LGBT? We'll get on a round trip well, the Bible, why is it this way, or why can't we be gay, or that happened one time, Trap. And the person, Tico, even though I share Romans and 1 Corinthians 6, and even I think 1 Peter has stuff about sexuality, and even because people would ask her, Jesus doesn't mention it, but in Matthew chapter 19, verses 5-3, he actually defines what marriage is exclusively, and anything outside that. I think Syrup doesn't it say something where it's let no things be separate what God has joined together. Let no one separate what God has made with that. That Jesus said it, and it's weird, Syrup, because I thought this person too, after the stream was gonna unsubscribe or just whatever, not come back, and they still come back. They were actually on my stream today, Mr. Bieber. So we keep them with it for some. It's cool. I just think, Tico, it's cool to see cool. People who are like that coming back to the stream.
Yeah. Well, I think the big one is when people get convicted, and it doesn't matter. I mean, that's just one specific sin you're talking about, or an issue that people deal with. But it's one of those where when people are coming at you with different things and they're mad at you or frustrated, it's what we need to point them to is the Bible specifically talks about it. They're not hating us, they're hating God. Yeah. And it's the biggest one for me is my argument now when I hear people say that is I can't subscribe to what you're saying. What you're saying has no hope and there's no peace, because what you're doing, what you're choosing to live in, at the end of the day, if you walk out the door and get hit by a car, where's your hope? The Bible says if I believe in him and I surrender my life to him, lay it down and pick up his cross, which is understanding God's word and what he did for me, I have a hope that I'm going to go somewhere into heaven and be with him forever, and people that are after you with your belief, that's what you need to point them to, is saying, hey man, that we may have a different view of point, but I've come to the realization that I get hope and peace from what I believe, and what you're trying to get me to believe and understand or put up with or accept doesn't give hope. There's no peace in that, and at the end of the day, it's going to leave you empty, and for me, it's we all have a choice to make, and that's why we're living and letting our light shine. So
Well, and Tico, it's funny you mentioned it's Rob. It wasn't a judge thing with Tico, and I didn't want to make it so like I only focus on that. 'Cause I talked about like the salvation, the cross, and I like
Yeah.
focus on the gospel. But what happened, Tico, is you know how it's like people will bring that up. So like he'll bring
Sure.
that subject up because it's a big controversy. And I didn't want to like I know the spirit wanted me to dodge it, but I didn't want to like only focus on it. But at the same time, Tico, like I needed to like answer it too because he like brought it up a few times. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, I should probably like just point him to some stuff in scripture that's like mentioned that just because they brought it up. But I know Tico, I know God's like will usually lead us like just share the gospel and like the
Yeah.
repentance and like I think like Luke 13 where it says like unless you repent you likewise perish, like Acts 2 verses 37-38, like repent be baptized for the remission of sins, Romans 5:8, you know, like all those scriptures with that, the
Yeah.
salvation. But you know what I'm saying, Tico? But I know like sometimes when people ask certain topics, I'm okay to like talk a little with it too, because I didn't want to like avoid it, but I didn't like bring it up either, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, I think the big one is, Redbeard, is you got to do what you know. And that's the big one is for God's word is we need to be in it daily so that we're sharp and ready. You know, it talks about the word of God is sharper than a double-edged sword, and we need to be prepared to give an answer. And so you got to do what you know. So that means continue to get in God's word and speak truth of what it is and ask for wisdom. The big one is discernment, and I'm learning that, you know, praying before speaking. And sometimes you need to give an answer, and other times you need to just point him to Jesus. And I think the big one is, you know, what we say is not going to change anybody ever. God is the only one that can really bring lasting change, and they need to understand the cross. And it's one of those, like if they're claiming to be a believer, but they're struggling in something that the Bible talks about as a sin, you know, point them to the thing and say, okay, what do you think about the cross? Because if they're not a believer, you're kind of throwing your pearls to swine, you know, talking to them. But if they are a believer, you have an in to be able to ask them that question of what does the cross mean to you? And do you understand it? Because if you're letting this stuff stay in your life and continue to be there, you know, if God can't be invited into what you're doing, it's sin. You know, if what you're doing doesn't glorify God, it's technically sin. You're either for God or not, you know, and it's like that's the challenge is it's like we just got to point them to Jesus in the Bible and continue to share the truth, because arguing doesn't fix people. You know, loving on them and ultimately praying for them is, you know, and asking God to do the work in them is the thing. But the thing is we got to make sure that we don't compromise on what God has told us to do. And the only way we're going to know that is if we're in God's word daily and feeding ourselves, and then we're doing what the Bible says to do, which is to disciple with each other, you know, and share what we're learning and you know, pray with one another. And that's where we continue to grow and we have the most impact for the Lord, because we're not called to save people, we're called to love God. And second of all, it's love others, you know. So it's first of love. The Bible's gist is love God and love others is what I've noticed when I've read it. You know, and first we need to love God and we need to know this God we serve, and then realize that we're ready to give an answer and a hope we have, and, you know, be ready to sow and reap that harvest as it comes. You know, and so it's cool to see that come out of us when we start to challenge each other and love on each other and pray for each other. And yeah, I don't know. I think it's awesome.
Oh, and Tico, praise God. Like, and Tico, when Sir and I talked about, we were talking about these games like from software, we weren't saying that we're gonna buy these. We're just like shocked about or excited about like the support of
Yeah.
third parties. Tico.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
we're not, like,
I
we're gonna
agree.
get these games. Well, Tico, I wanted to see what your thoughts are. You were talking like whatever's good, like, and the Cyberpunk one, like that's cool. I don't think that's for me, but Sir Adam, what do you think? So Tico, there's an article that said Cyberpunk 2077 officially impressed me, but it's a statement of intent for Nintendo that stuck with me. But he's saying, Tico, that when it launched, the performance was poor. This isn't even a particularly consistent point. CD Projekt Red admitted it was disastrous when it launched, but apparently it says because the Cyberpunk 2077 Ultimate Edition for Switch 2, you'll likely never know if you didn't already know about bad performance. But what's weird, Tico, is it saying that like they're packaging third-party games with the DLC included, like already in them because it was already released. So that's interesting.
It is interesting. I think it's hard to know on some of those releases and re-releases what's going to work and not, but
Oh, Sir Adam, Scrap, this was at the hands-on event, Tico. He said during hands-on event, a Switch I spent 20 minutes roaming a small prepared section of the game, specifically the save loaded up, had me performing a mission in Dogtown. So part of expansion. Okay, so he played the Liberty expansion. That he saw with the actual mission isn't. Sorry, let me get the sequel. Tico, thanks for talking about God's word too. That was fun.
Oh yeah, no, we need to continue to, sharpen each other as we go. But yeah, the main reason we're here is to just be ready to give an answer. So I think it's good. It's good stuff.
Tico, amen. And Tico, amen. And Tico, right here, he'll say, like, admittedly brief experience, Cyberpunk 2077 Ultimate Edition seems to play pretty well on Switch 2. It's not going to blow anyone with the high-end PC rig away, but I was genuinely shocked to not see more telltale signs of the hardware struggling to render everything I was trying to do. Instead of grinding to a halt, graphically, as I zoomed into the middle of a bunch of enemies, tossing grenades and firing from it, it simply kept up with all my shenanigans. Well, I'm not really the guy to ask about pixels and hardware and so on, anecdotally, playing Cyberpunk 2070 Ultimate Edition largely reminded me of playing on PC with something between medium to high settings. It looked more
That's
than
good.
passable, good even at times. It didn't struggle with anything I had to throw at it. Otherwise, for better or worse, it's just Cyberpunk 2077 with the DLC expansion for a new console.
Yeah,
Interesting.
which is a good sign. If it's not showing major slowdown and lag, that's a good sign at
That
like a
means
medium high
that
setting.
means they really worked hard to optimize it for the Switch.
Yeah.
That's good. Like,
But it-
why can't Nintendo just put the game on the cartridge then? If these guys did it.
I know.
But like you said, I think some developers definitely put more time into their games, and others just bloat it up with graphics, and they kind of miss out on some opportunity with stuff. But Nintendo usually does a good job of optimizing their stuff. Just the fact that they can get Breath of the Wild to look like it does on the Switch is amazing.
Yeah.
Like Tico Ranger, and Sir Adam, that's another thing, is like, the thing, and obviously these two programs will be different, but Sir Adam, what do we see about third-party games going on sale? Because there's been third-party games within 2 months after release, they're on sale. For like $30 down or whatever. So I wonder if this would be good, how Nintendo doesn't do that, but third parties tend to do that, like faster and stuff.
That'd be something to look out for, because I know that happens a lot on Steam.
Yeah. Well,
There's
and
a
I
game
almost
that
wonder
came
if
out-
third parties just want to keep the sales moving, and so they do that to keep people engaged with the system itself.
Yeah. Well, there's the one game I wanted on Steam. It was like 3 months after it released, it went on sale. I was like, wow, this just came out, and it was a big game too.
That's awesome.
What was it again, Sir Adam? It was, which one you were saying? It's
What game?
the game that just came out, or that it went on sale?
Oh, I think it was Dragon's Dogma 2.
Oh, right, I saw that on eShop. Sir Adam, I saw like the first one, even on Switch, was like $4, right?
Ooh,
Yeah, that one was super cheap.
this is a tough level here.
Sir Adam, you're gonna get your game, dude. I'll be praying.
Amen. Says
I
Liv.
hope so. I just hope, like we were saying, it doesn't end up being a like creepy game.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing
The-
too.
the
You won't
first
know. You need
one-
to kind of look into it and see.
Yeah. The first one was like kind of like Lord of the Rings. It had that kind of vibe to it. So I really liked it, but
Oh yeah. Redbeard, what do you? Different note, Redbeard. Question for you. What are you drinking?
I am drinking gagged Gatorade. Case.
Gagged Gatorade?
No, Sir Adam, it's not what this is, it's juice, Chico, but I'm drinking from the Lemon Lime Orange Fusion Gatorade bottle, but it's juice. It's just-
Oh, okay. Okay. I wasn't sure. I didn't recognize the bottle. I knew it was Gatorade, but I wasn't sure what it was.
But
it's gag flavored Gatorade.
Gag flavored Gatorade. Oh my, that's so
Gave
funny.
you fidgets, Sir Adam. No,
What?
like Tico.
That's
I'm
awesome.
just- Sir Adam, you're awesome. Tico
That
Ranger,
is so
you're
cool.
just like, Sir Adam's amazing, guy. Like, cause
Oh, yeah.
Tico Ranger, like, I don't know what I'm saying. But like Tico, but Sir Adam, you get it, right? Like with like certain games, you know? Like, don't like,
Yeah.
not like the parties, but like, Oh wait, and also wait, Sir Adam, that's funny. Silk Song was in this, but it was only in the montage.
Oh yeah, I found out about that. Do you guys remember when the stream froze, the direct froze?
Yeah.
It was because of Hollow Knight. When that little clip showed up, the people who like that game, there's people who are like obsessed with that game, and they like broke the stream because they freaked out because they saw that game. They got so excited. So I thought that was really funny.
Sir Adam, this is like. Sir Adam, you know what this means? That means because I didn't start following Rivers till last year, but I guess there was a they started
Just let it go.
before that there was a big one in 2023. That means, Sir Adam, that the first big
Boom.
rumor was true about them showing the 4K FF7 remake and then the Breath of the Wild 4K. Which
Yeah.
is crazy.
Which is
I remember
nuts.
a few
Leaks
months
were
ago,
very
I was like,
true.
oh, there's no way. I was like, oh, there's no way Final Fantasy could work on the Switch 2. And then here it is, and even bigger games are on.
Well, Sir Adam, isn't it crazy? Like also how the visuals and frame rate are like, wow, like this actually, right, Sir Adam?
Yeah. It'll end up being better than the PS5.
That would be hilarious.
Well, like Tico Ranger, I have a question. Sir Adam, did they need to say DLSS to like help us think that's there, or could that be there? Because if you're getting 120 FPS, they have to be using some kind of NVIDIA DLSS, because that's how you get more
Yeah.
frames from that. Right?
Yeah, they never mentioned anything about that again. The AI stuff. They never mentioned that in the stream.
But could we assume
Maybe they
Sir
thought that
Adam-
was maybe they thought that was too technical to,
Yeah.
you know, for people who don't know about what that is or what. I don't know.
Good
Sir Adam,
question.
is it me or does it look like they're using it? Because to get 120 frames, I know NVIDIA uses that to bump up frames and resolution, so surely they are. Because that stuff looked like they're using something like that. 'Cause-
Maybe. Maybe
We're
that's
gonna
how
leave Todd.
Cyberpunk was running so well.
I'm like, Sir Adam, what did you think? I'm like looking at it like, wait, this isn't a Nintendo console. This is like an Xbox or something.
I know, right? Where'd they pull this gameplay from?
Metroid.
It's Sir Adam, you gotta see this. I'll send you the clip in Discord, but Sir Adam, the graphics and the textures are just completely redone for the Switch 2 version of Prime 4. It's crazy, Sir Adam. But Sir Adam,
That's why we gotta buy the Switch 1 version just to see how crappy it is.
Sir Adam? Sort of, oh, that'd be funny. Sir Adam, then we buy the $10 upgrade pack so we don't pay $70.
Actually, that might be a way to cheat
our
the system
speed.
right there, right? If they do an upscaling of it.
Right. Well, Tico Ranger, what's going on with Australia? Because people did say the Switch OLED launched at, I think, 500 in Australia. Or
That's
450.
crazy.
Like,
I
That
never
is
heard any of
crazy.
that. So it just like you said, glad we don't live there because we would not be able to be Nintendo fans to the extent we are.
Sir Adam, and then everybody's like, Trump is whatever. I'm like, but Tico, I think he has to because to make trading fair, right, Sir Adam, so that we
Yeah.
don't get ripped off.
Well, from what I've heard, the tariffs don't really affect the game prices. That's more, you know, just Nintendo raising the prices than it is.
Well,
And
I'm
Nintendo
hearing
said
mixed
that. Sir
mixed
Adam,
signals
Nintendo
on
said
everything.
that too. Nintendo said that too, that it won't affect their.
Yeah.
Sir Adam, no, we're just greedy again. Oh, that's not a shock, right, Sir Adam? But Sir Adam, honestly though, Sir Adam, is it me because it's weird? For as expensive as Mario Kart the console are, the Switch Online stays the same for expansion pack normal, and the Joy-Cons are like $10 more. So there's some things that shock me, like, wait, what? Like
I know that's kind of crazy.
Like,
That's kind of
stuff-
crazy that they didn't raise the price.
I mean, I'm glad Sir Adam, but it's just like very inconsistent. Like, we'll raise way up on this, but this, and then I'm like,
Yeah.
Sir Adam, what do you feel about 90 for the Joy-Con? I mean, I know it's like 10 more, but for the new features, I feel like that's.
I don't know.
It's steep.
I don't. Well, at least for right now, because there's just the one color, I don't really see a reason to buy an extra pair unless you just wanted backups or something.
Well, either backups or you have a lot
Or
of
for
people that come over
four-player.
that like the Joy-Con. I think for
Yeah.
Mario Party though, if you don't have somebody bring their own Switch, you're kind of toast. You know,
Yeah.
if somebody else doesn't bring a Switch, you won't have enough to play multiple people Mario Party.
Well, Chico,
Oh,
I
that's
think-
another one of my predictions that we never heard about was if you're able to use regular Joy-Cons with the Switch too.
Yeah, they never said.
Yeah.
Well, there's no way to
Probably
connect.
won't be
There's
able
no
to.
way to connect it though, Sir Adam, because they need to be
Well,
locked
just
onto
as
the console.
controller. Just
Well,
as
but
controller.
but the Switch 2, the Joy-Cons, they don't connect through the wireless buttons, do they? Don't they have to be docked to the controller,
Wait a
to
minute.
the
No,
system
they
to
have a little
connect?
sync button.
Oh, they do. You're right. They do.
Wait a minute, Sir Adam.
Will the original
What?
Pro controller work? Is my question.
Wait.
Wait, what was that, Redbeard?
Wait, Sir Adam, I don't know if this is fake, but there's some info that says the original Joy-Cons will not have to physically switch to larger and magnetic. However, you can still pair the original Joy-Cons wirelessly to play them on Switch 2. It's something I found on
Can we use the
That's
original
exactly
Pro
what I'm talking
controller?
about.
Which accessories will work with the Switch 2? Okay, this might give us one.
Because that's the one I
bet
want to
the
know.
Pro controller will work.
I hope it does, because my thing is the Pro controller is I just got the Tears of the Kingdom one, and I'd hate to stop using it with the have the opportunity to use it with Switch 2,
Yeah. You just won't have the headphone jack.
which nobody's gonna really use that necessarily. I mean, I probably will pick up one Pro controller, but my biggest thing is I really don't want it. I want the GameCube controllers.
Yeah.
I'd rather have two GameCube controllers for the thing, but
Wait.
those ones always sell out.
Did they add an extra Z button to the GameCube controller or no?
No.
Maybe. They added something.
That's a bummer.
They only have the C button they have for the GameCube controller. There's not an extra Z.
Chico Ranger, it says
That's a
that.
bummer because then you can't use it for everything.
Yep.
Yeah, Sir Adam, it says, but you can still use the original ones. They won't attach for the
Okay.
Switch 2, but you can pair them wirelessly. But it also says Switches. Excellent Pro controller also gets started with Switch 2, but as with the
Oh,
Joy-Con,
no.
the original Pro
We didn't
controller
make
will
it.
work fine with the Switch 2. It will pair wirelessly with the console. It can be charged. Okay, so Pro controller, the OG Pro controller works too. My thing, Sir Adam, is I think the catch is Switch 1 games work with Switch Joy-Cons. Pro controller, if you buy the Switch 2 games, you have to have the new Pro controller or Joy-Con. So they sell you.
Oh,
those.
yeah.
That's my guess. I don't know. It doesn't say though.
That would make sense, Redbeard.
But Sir Adam, oh Chico, is it me or Sir Adam? Isn't it crazy how like I mean, I'm only let's see this franchise from and just covered everything. But Sir Adam, it's kind of weird. We're getting a new Metroid game, Pokemon game, 3D Donkey Kong game, Kirby game, Hyrule Warriors game, and that's right. There's one more
Well, we're just not getting a new Mario.
New Mario Kart. Chico, what's weird about that is they're all different franchises getting a new game.
Yeah.
That's kind of interesting, right, Sir Adam? Like,
There's just
Kinda-
no
it's kind
3D
of the
Mario.
franchises- It's kind of the franchises that we haven't heard of in a while.
Which I'm
If you
glad they
think about
did.
it.
I'm glad they did. The Donkey Kong one makes me happy that they did it, because if they wouldn't have had that and no 3D Mario, it would have really bummed me out. But Donkey Kong's going to hold us over as that slot for the 3D Mario with it being 3D.
Chico,
The more
we're
I
gonna, like,
thought of Donkey Kong, the more I was like, this really looks like Mario Odyssey.
Yeah, it does.
Even
Sir
like,
Adam.
because you're going around getting the bananas, and it's a lot like getting
The moons.
the moons in Odyssey.
Yep.
But you can destroy everything.
Sir Adam, Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stormy pointed out, Sir Adam, that you're heading to the center of the earth. It could be you meet up with a mecha Yoshi, and it could be like Godzilla Kong, but Donkey
What?
Kong Yoshi, because you're heading to the center of the earth. So it could be a Godzilla Kong crossover, but with Donkey Kong and Yoshi.
I like that.
Yeah.
What?
Yes.
What if, my question, what if, this is worth three, what if somehow Polly, like, joins you, but you kidnap her and she somehow messes it out there?
That would be hilarious.
Well, because Sir Adam, I know at first we weren't sure if it looked weird or not, but as we saw it, I'm like, oh no, this looks. Because Sir Adam, the detail on the fur is just crazy. I'm like, man, you guys really.
The game looks awesome.
Yeah, I was happy.
wonder
I
if
wasn't sure I was going to be
Diddy
happy with that, and it looks good.
I wonder if they're gonna have Diddy Kong.
Well, the Cranky Kong's confirmed, and they got a couple other Kongs that are, but yeah, if Diddy Kong showed up, that would be so cool.
Oh, what is Funky Kong?
Yeah,
What about
Funky Kong would
Funky
be
Kong?
awesome.
That would be awesome.
Sir Adam, what about Mario Kong? I mean, but hey, no, but Sir Adam, you know what I heard though? Sir Adam, they did say the Odyssey team could be working on a 3D DK first, before like next 3D Mario, but like maybe like at the same time, so that would make sense, like what you said, because the Odyssey team.
Or maybe they're having somebody else work on Mario. Because yeah, that would make sense. It would be the same people who made Odyssey, because it looks super familiar to.
Well, it's
Odyssey.
in the same engine as Odyssey, at least at the very least.
Oh, that makes sense.
Sir Adam, and I know it's weird. And Chico, I understand like if the prices are outrageous, but outside of the prices, it's weird. It's weird to see a successor kind of get more hyped up than the Switch, right? So rather than the OG Switch.
That's what I was gonna say is. That's what I was gonna say is the price of the console to me. I was like, I was already expecting $400, so $450 isn't, if you think about it, it's not that bad of a price for how powerful it is. But my problem was the $80 Mario Kart.
The Mario Kart, that's my.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I told
I'm
Chico-
fine with the Switch price, but it's the game's price that I don't like.
Well, Tico, it's Sir Adam. Honestly, that's why I'm talking to Tico. Like, Tico, we agree that the bundle is like a shoot. Like, we got it, right? Like, we definitely
Yeah.
got it.
Well, the thing is it'll be like the Neon Joy-Cons though, and the bundle will sell out, and we'll be forced to buy the original and pay the extra $40. So that's my biggest thing is it's like if the bundle runs out, because I bought the gray Switch because the neon one was out originally, because I wanted the neon one. And I regretted that buy. So for me, that might make me wait until they restock the bundle. If it's not a plethora of the bundle at, day one launch.
That's why I'm gonna wait until they make a new color. That's my plan.
And then they never make a new color, and Redbeard and I are the only Mario Karters.
Chico Ranger, would that be rude though if I bought another Joy-Con card later? Because like,
No.
I got the Skyward Sword ones on my Switch, and the rest is just like my thing. Chico Ranger is I didn't like the gray or neon a lot, but I like the black personally because the accent colors and the sleekness of the black. I wasn't into the neon or gray, so I don't have any neon Joy-Cons actually. They're just like the red Mario ones or the Splatoon or the Skyward Sword. Like I have those, but you know what I'm saying, Chico? But
Yeah, well, and everybody's got their preference of what they like. It's just what is it you want? I really wanted those neon ones, and I wasn't able to get them. And the gray ones, I never liked the gray ones. Like for me, that wasn't my color. It wasn't what I enjoyed. So, because I got my first console I had was the Wii, and I had the white one. And then I got the Wii U gamepad, and I always kind of wanted the white gamepad, but I didn't want 8 gigs. I wanted, 32. And I go, why didn't they just make the white Wii U 32 gigs? And I just never understood that. So Nintendo did some interesting things. I think their marketing they've missed. And that was one.
Yeah, Redbeard.
Not giving you an option with this seems like a miss.
Redbeard, that was funny when the Wii U came out. Mystery Man, day one, he bought a white Wii U. He wanted the black one, but they didn't have any, so he bought the white Wii U. We're there unboxing it, and then he gets word that another Best Buy had a black Wii U, so he immediately packs it all up and leaves and gets the black Wii U.
That's funny.
So
Sir Adam,
he
I'd have to
never even
smack
turned on the white one.
That's awesome. You're like, nope.
Well, and you got
Sir
Nintendo
Adam,
Land, which
just
was
like
one of the
this,
greatest
just like
games.
this,
So
Sir Adam. Just like this has
Oh.
happened. No, Sir Adam. Did I tell you, Sir Adam? Were you there when I was playing Twilight Princess? And I don't like people were like online. Chico, they're like, oh, the new restocked Amiibo, you can scan in the box. I'm like, yeah, right. So I grabbed my Sheik in the box. I put it on. At first it didn't do it. Then it did. I'm like, wait. And it actually works. I'm like, shut up. Like I didn't believe it. I'm like, yeah, right. And then they actually scan in the box.
See, I thought they had something to stop them from doing that.
I think some of the later ones did, maybe.
That's awesome though that you
I
could
think-
get it scanned. That's amazing.
Right? Sir Adam, what's up?
Oh no, I didn't say anything.
Sir Adam's like, let's rock, dude.
Wait, I was
Sir
gonna-
Adam, you go up late, huh? Sir Adam goes up late. That's awesome.
Yeah, I stay up too late sometimes.
He's a night owl. I'm getting ready to call it here, but I'm still enjoying it.
Oh yeah. Well, Tico, my thing, and I'll call it too. Tico, I had a question to Sir Adam. Like, Tico, is it mean I miss a lot if I can't like go to a midnight launch and get something like that day one? Or like, cause I've been to launches before, but I got Breath of the Wild on Wii U because I couldn't afford a Switch then, because I didn't really have jobs then. But
Yeah.
I don't know if that's like bad.
I don't think you're gonna miss. I don't think you're gonna miss that much. I mean, it's really the thought for me, especially with the Wii U and the Switch, was I didn't want to miss out on playing stuff with my friends. But if you don't have anybody that's gonna be owning it at the time, you're not gonna miss a lot. You
Sir Adam,
know.
would you get it this year at least? Because that would be cool. It's up to you.
I'm planning on getting it this year, but I just wanna wait and see what happens, you know.
I think he says that, but I think the hype might change him later. We'll see.
Well, and Tico, I was thinking that too. I saw the trailer, like, oh, I'm gonna wait a bit. But after that direct, it's really hard, Sir Adam, especially when you have the expansion pack. Oh wait, I don't pay more per year, but then you have to buy the Switch. It's hard. It's hard.
Yeah.
But Sir Adam definitely has a lot of games to play. With him having the new Monster Hunter, I could see him being pretty content for a while. You could get, I think
Well,
he could
I
get
don't-
4 to 6
I didn't
months out of the
get-
Monster Hunter game.
I didn't get the new one. I got the older one on the Switch.
Oh, so is it
Because-
not online compatible or what?
No, you can still play online. I just haven't gotten to the point where
You're ready to do it.
I'm still beating the single player part.
Sure. I
No,
hear you
because
there.
the new one that they came out with, it ended up they super streamlined everything. So the parts of the game that I would like, they streamlined out of it. So
Sir Adam,
so
I
that's
can't
why
wait.
I bought the more classic Monster Hunter. Kind of like the one Redbeard was playing. That's what it's more like.
Sir Adam, sorry it was so slow, like 1 frame a second. But it's fun. It's fun though. Sir Adam, it is fun to stream 3DS games, but at least I'm learning it, Sir Adam. It's just that's the best way for me because I do it on my bed more because I don't have the same setup with that to do the overhead like Tico Ranger. But you get me, right, Sir Adam?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if that's the way we were doing it would be the best way to do it because that kind of hurts your hands.
I don't know,
You have
I
to-
enjoyed it.
You have to play around with the camera.
Oh, it was awesome. I had times where I go, why am I playing so poorly? And I'm looking through the phone
Yeah.
and it's lagged with the 3DS. It was incredible. I may still go back to it.
Sir Adam, just imagine, Tico. Remember how Switch took like over a year and a half to finally get NES? Tico, the fact when you get GameCube Day 1 is kind of processing. It's like, okay, do you get Wii? Do you get everything?
Yeah.
PS3?
Will we show up by the time Sir Adam purchases one?
Right.
Will we have Wii Virtual Console
No,
by then?
Sir Adam, what if they announce Wii by doing that? Like that Wii
Oh,
Yeah, Wii
no.
Sports.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
I really
They'll
hope
come
they
out
have
with
the...
Wii remotes. They'll come out with Wii remotes that can charge on the sides of the Switch.
Yeah, I would love it if they did something like that.
What, Chico, I forgot. Did the Wii have like the same power as GameCube, right? Because that's when they decided to go for innovation.
Speaking of
instead
Wii,
Ooh.
got the box.
I love
Where's the
those.
Wii?
And there. Wait, I don't know if you can see. There's my 2DS box.
Nice. Where's the Wii box? Or where's the Wii console?
These are just the boxes.
Oh.
this is my box shelf that I have behind the
Sir
counter.
Adam, you have one too? Me too.
You have a box shelf?
Wait, Sir Adam, do I need to? I think. Wait, okay. I don't know if I can.
Tico Ranger, the Wii box was donated to me.
Was donated? Ah, I see.
Sir Adam, see above there? There's the Wii.
Ooh.
The Wii U Zelda one, the PlayStation Classic, and then like the Wii. But I had the Mario Odyssey one
Nice.
too, Sir Adam, and some other ones, but they're in the other room because I was telling you I worked
Ooh.
cleared out my room because of the renovation. Like these shelves had boxes, but you know.
Yeah, that's epic.
Here's this thing. Here's this thing.
Oh, wow.
I made this out of wood.
Oh, that's sick, man.
Yeah, that is awesome.
You're the box man.
Sir Adam the Box Man.
Little impromptu room tour.
Yeah. Epic room tour coming at you from Redbeard and Sausage and Sir Adam giving us their epic box tour.
Guys, don't forget, and also Tico, buy boxes while you can because they're getting scalped on eBay. And Sir Adam, I wish I was joking, but there was a $300 box for the Pokemon 20th anniversary.
This is what you gotta get, Redbeard.
I need that, Sir Adam. Let me just grab the.
With Redbeard, this is like the first thing that we ever talked about because you came onto like one of my first streams and was asking about that.
That was fun. Sir Adam, don't
Yeah.
worry. I'm gonna get there. I just need to like get better about like being, I don't know, but I'll get it. In the kid.
I'm gonna try to look into Super Mario 64 ROM hacks next.
Oh, that'll be
I gotta
fun.
find out what are the best ones.
Sir Adam, could you help me with setup? Because setup's what I was worried about, but I'll try.
I know it seems complicated at first, but it's pretty easy once you get the hang of it. Once you know what you're doing.
Wait, Sir Adam, I have a question before we go off. Are all Switch games really gonna be like 90 physical, 80 for GameCube, or is that just Mario Kart, or what are the others?
See, I don't know if Nintendo will do that, but I bet all their first-party big sellers will cost that
Well,
much.
Chico, my question is that like their GTA, then how like GTA might be 100? Are they like, oh, Mario Kart's our GTA, so we're gonna, maybe, I wonder if that's their mindset on that?
I kind of wonder too.
Well, Sir Adam, Tico, you know what's weird? Like, I'm not putting anything on us because obviously the fans, it's like, these are better. But like, Sir Adam, I don't want to admit this, but it feels like it might be true. But I hate admitting this. Sir Adam, I get a vibe that we set that up kind of because it's like, oh, well, this sold 70 million copies for $60 a copy. We could probably go. Let's see what we can get away with this because we all buy these games. We're like, Tears of the Kingdom sold for 70 over 20 million copies. So now, of course, they're gonna set prices at like, right, Sir Adam, because oh, people are buying it for this price. So, right, Sir
Yeah,
Adam,
we
so
did
it's
it to
harder
ourselves.
Yeah.
I don't want to blame us only, but I can see because like when the Wii U, when games were selling, like, oh, Nintendo selects $20 a game, and then even with Wii, but then like when games are selling, well, they're like, why are we dropping it? Because the games are selling. So it's like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I know people I don't know, yeah, I guess to some extent this happens because people still buy the stuff, but
I know. Well, they know that
I mean,
we're full
at the
in
same
for Mario
time-
Zelda.
at the same time though, look at what
boy.
happened with the PS3 when that was announced.
Here
They
we
were
go,
like,
guys.
it's gonna be $600, and people got mad about that. So then they lowered the price of it.
Sir Adam, that was then. Well, Sir Adam, was
I
there
know.
700 for? I think there's somebody said there was a 700, 500, $600 one that had like more gigs or something.
Yeah. Well, yeah, when they first announced it, I think it was they said it was gonna be like $700, and everyone got mad. So then, I don't know. I think it was what, like $400 then. I don't know how much the PS3 was. So, or even like the 3DS you guys were talking about, they lowered that price because it
Yes.
wasn't selling well.
Let's go.
So-
Sir, yeah.
So like,
Sir Adam,
I feel like Nintendo probably will be stubborn and they won't lower the prices, but you know, if enough people get mad, you never know what will happen.
just boycott, yeah.
All right, Rangers. I think we're calling it here. Thanks for stopping by the stream. We had Redbeard and Sir Adam in the house. Appreciate them being here. If you haven't yet, like and subscribe to Redbeard, like and subscribe to Sir Adam, and don't forget to hit that follow button here if you enjoyed the content. So we've been having a lot of fun chatting and talking about
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Switch 2 and everything announced.